Have you ever felt like you're working hard but still not moving forward the way you want? Maybe distractions pull you in every direction, or doubt creeps in just when you need confidence most. What if the key to real success isn't about working harder or doing more, but about focusing deeply on yourself and your own growth? This idea might sound simple, but it can change everything. When you put yourself first, not in a selfish way but in a clear, honest way, you start to see how much power you have over your own life. Self-focus means paying attention to your goals, your habits, and your mindset every single day. It's about learning to protect your time, control your thoughts, and take full responsibility for where you're headed. It's the foundation for building strong habits and creating lasting change. In this guide, you'll discover how small shifts in your daily routine and thinking can lead to big improvements in your confidence, energy, and results. You'll learn practical steps to eliminate distractions, build mental strength, and celebrate your progress. You'll see how focusing on yourself gives you the power to push past challenges and stay motivated even when things get tough. This journey isn't about quick fixes or magic solutions. It's about real change that comes from steady, intentional focus on the person who matters most. Are you ready to unlock that power and create the success you've been reaching for? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Build daily habits that align with your goals. Building daily habits that align with your goals is not just about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. Every action, every choice, every small decision is shaping the person you will be 6 months from now, 1 year from now, and beyond. The world is full of noise, pressure, and distraction, but the one thing you can always control is how you show up for yourself each day. When your habits reflect your goals, you stop living by default and start living by design. You move from hoping for change to becoming the change. Most people want more from life. More freedom, more energy, more confidence, more peace. But wanting something is not the same as committing to it. Desire without discipline is fantasy. What separates those who transform their lives from those who stay stuck is not luck, intelligence, or background, it's daily habits. Small, deliberate acts repeated over time that bring your goals into reality. When you align your habits with your purpose, everything changes. You no longer feel lost. You no longer depend on motivation. You no longer wait for the right time. You create the right time through what you do consistently. Change is not complicated. It's uncomfortable. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing what matters repeatedly. The key is to shift your attention from intensity to consistency. Anyone can be intense for a few days. Few can be consistent for years. But those who are consistent don't rely on hype or external rewards. They understand that true power comes from repetition, from showing up, from being someone who honors their goals with their actions. To build habits that reflect your goals, you must first know what your goals are. Not vague wishes or social expectations, but clear, deeply personal goals that mean something to you. If your goal is to feel stronger, then your habits must reflect movement, nutrition, rest. If your goal is to build a business, your habits must include focus, learning, execution. If your goal is to grow as a person, then your habits must reflect reflection, self-discipline, and service. Every goal leaves clues. Your job is to follow them through behavior, not just through thought. A habit becomes powerful when it is connected to identity. If you wake up and go for a walk, you're not just getting exercise, you're becoming someone who cares for their health. If you sit down every morning to plan your day, you're not just making a to-do list, you're becoming someone who leads their life with intention. The habit is not the end, it's the beginning of self-respect. It's the evidence that you believe in your future enough to do something about it today. Most people wait to feel ready. They wait to feel inspired. They wait until life calms down. But alignment doesn't wait. The more you delay, the further your goals move from you. The only way to close the gap is through deliberate practice, and that begins with one simple question. What does the person I want to become do daily? Then you do those things even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. That's how you earn the result, by acting like the future version of you before it fully exists. Success doesn't show up overnight, it shows up quietly in the background of your daily effort. The person who reads 10 pages a day will finish more books in a year than the person who binge reads once in a while. The person who exercises 15 minutes a day will feel stronger than the person who works out intensely once a month. Small steps done with consistency create momentum, and momentum creates belief, and belief fuels transformation. The secret to powerful habits is simplicity. If it's too complicated, you won't stick with it. Start with what's manageable. If you want to improve your focus, start with 5 minutes of quiet each day. If you want to become more disciplined, begin by keeping one promise to yourself daily. The goal isn't to impress anyone. The goal is to make progress in a way that is repeatable. Progress is quiet. Progress is often boring, but that is where the strength is built, in doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Accountability is essential, not to other people but to yourself. It is easy to lie to others, harder to lie to yourself. At the end of the day, you know whether or not you gave your best. You know if you honored your commitment. Keeping your habits alive is not about perfection. It's about not giving up when things get hard. You don't need to do it all. You need to do what matters, and do it daily. Many people sabotage themselves by expecting instant results, but the outcome is not your responsibility. The input is. Your job is to show up. Your job is to align your day with your direction. When you plant a seed, you don't scream at it to grow. You water it, you care for it. You trust that it will grow if you keep showing up. Your habits are the same. Don't dig up your efforts just because you don't see fast results. Patience is part of the process. Discipline builds freedom. When you wake up early to write, when you take care of your body, when you control your finances, when you stick to a routine, you are creating stability, and stability gives you clarity. You're no longer reacting to life, you are responding to it. That space between stimulus and response is where you regain power, and that power is strengthened through consistent habits. You won't always feel like doing the right thing. You will feel tired, you will feel tempted, you will feel overwhelmed. That's normal. But self-focus means you don't let those feelings decide your future. You train yourself to act in alignment with what you want, not just what you feel. This is the difference between drifting and leading your life. And you were not born to drift. You were born to rise. One habit at a time, you rewrite your future. Wake up and drink water. Journal for 5 minutes. Walk for 20 minutes. Read 1 page. Clean 1 corner of your room. Declutter your phone. Turn off your notification. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Each of these might seem small, but they add up to something powerful. A life that reflects your values. A life where you are not stuck in the past or fearful of the future, but fully responsible for the present. You can't build new habits in an old environment. Look at the things around you. Are they pulling you forward or holding you back? Your space affects your focus. Your friends affect your discipline. Your phone affects your sleep. Everything matters. Create an environment where your goals are supported, where your energy is protected, where your path is clear. Remove the friction. Make it easier to win each day. There will be days when you slip. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. Start again. Recommit. Don't beat yourself up. Reflect on why the slip happened. Adjust and move forward. Progress is not a straight line. It's a series of efforts stacked on top of one another. The person who succeeds is not the one who never falls. It's the one who keeps getting up. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. If your days are filled with action that matches your vision, your future becomes inevitable. But if your days are filled with reaction, distraction, and delay, your goals become distant. You are writing your future right now through what you do repeatedly. You don't need to wait for a new week, a new month, or a new year. You can begin today. The smallest action done today is better than the perfect plan delayed. Use your mornings wisely. How you start your day sets the tone for everything else. Don't jump into noise. Don't start with chaos. Begin with intention. Move your body. Breathe. Plan. Read. Think. Connect to your purpose. The first hour of the day is a chance to remind yourself who you are becoming. Don't waste it on things that weaken your focus. At night, close your day with reflection. Ask yourself what went well, what could be better, and how you will improve tomorrow. This habit of reviewing the day gives you insight. It teaches you to pay attention. It prevents you from drifting. Reflection is where wisdom is built. Without it, habits become mechanical. With it, they become intentional. When you align your habits with your goals, you no longer feel the need to force discipline. It becomes natural. You begin to enjoy the work. You begin to take pride in your effort. You realize that success is not something you chase. It's something you build day by day, through alignment, through action, through integrity. You already know what to do. Deep down you've always known. What's missing is not knowledge, it's consistency, it's courage, it's patience. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to start showing up for your goals in small daily ways. Those small steps build trust. That trust builds belief. And belief turns into unstoppable momentum. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Your habits should reflect your values, your pace, your life. What works for someone else might not work for you. That's okay. You are not in competition with the world. You are in partnership with yourself. Your only job is to become better than you were yesterday. That's the real success. That's the real freedom. You are capable of far more than you think, but capability is useless without daily action. Your dreams deserve more than occasional attention. They deserve your full focus. They deserve your energy, your time, your respect, and that respect begins with habits. Not because habits are magical, but because you are. And when your actions match your intentions, you become unstoppable. The path is simple. Not easy, but simple. Align your days with your direction. Honor your goals through behavior. Show up. Stay the course. Let your life be a reflection of your values, not your fear. And when you fall, rise again. Because this is not just about habits. This is about identity. About becoming someone who leads their life with clarity, strength, and purpose. This is how you build a life worth living. One habit, one day, one choice at a time. Keep going. Chapter 2. Eliminate distractions that block your true potential. Every person has potential buried within them, but not everyone gets to use it. It's not because they lack talent or time. It's because their focus is scattered. Their energy is divided. Their attention is constantly pulled in 10 different directions, leaving them drained and defeated. If you want to reach your true potential, you must learn to eliminate distractions completely. not reduce them. Eliminate them, because what stands between you and the life you could be living is not a lack of opportunity. It's the constant noise that keeps you from hearing your own voice. Distractions don't always look harmful. Sometimes they feel harmless, even pleasant. Scrolling through your phone, checking messages, refreshing your feed, binge-watching one more episode. These things don't scream danger, but they quietly rob you of your time, energy, and purpose. The biggest threat to your progress isn't failure. It's distraction disguised as comfort. You can spend hours each day, busy, and accomplish absolutely nothing that matters. And that's the real danger. Living in a loop of activity that leads nowhere. You can't become your best self if you're always reacting. You must take back control of your attention and your environment. This doesn't mean you have to live like a monk or abandon the world. It means being ruthless about what you let into your space. It means understanding that your mind is not built to handle constant input. You cannot grow if your energy is constantly scattered across things that do not serve your mission. Start with your digital space. Your phone is not evil, but how you use it matters. Turn off all notifications that aren't essential. Your time is not up for grabs. You don't need to know every time someone posts a story or sends a message. Those interruptions break your flow and steal your mental clarity. Choose specific times to check your phone instead of reacting every time it lights up. You'll be shocked how much mental freedom that one shift can create. Clean up your social media. Unfollow accounts that make you feel like you're not enough. Mute people who add drama or negativity to your life. You don't owe anyone your attention. Every time you scroll past someone else's life, you disconnect a little from your own. Remember, your focus is currency, and you are giving it away for free to people and things that don't even know you exist. Stop feeding your mind with noise. Fill it with purpose. Move to your physical space. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you think. A cluttered room leads to a cluttered mind. Clean your space. Throw away what you don't need. Organize your desk. Put your phone in another room while you work. When your space is clean, your mind can breathe. You can think. You can build. You can focus. Don't underestimate how powerful a clear environment can be for a clear direction. Evaluate your routines. Are they building you or breaking you? Look closely. Are you spending your mornings with intention or losing the first hour to random distraction? How you start your day determines how you carry it. If you begin with chaos, your mind stays scattered. If you begin with calm focus, your mind follows that lead. Start your day without screens. Give yourself time to think. Write down your goals. Plan your next move. That's how you start to shift from distraction to direction. You also need to manage your mental distractions. Not every distraction comes from outside. Many come from within. Worry, overthinking, comparing, doubting. These mental habits drain your energy even when you're sitting still. Learn to observe your thoughts instead of being consumed by them. When your mind starts spinning, pause. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me right now? If not, release it. Come back to the task in front of you. Bring your attention to what you can control, not what you can't. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses which thoughts to follow. That's what focus is. It's choosing. Choosing to give your time and energy to what moves you forward, and choosing to cut off everything that doesn't. That choice must be made every day. You must be conscious, because distractions don't knock politely. They creep in when you're tired. They show up when you're unsure. They whisper that you can do it later, And if you listen to them, your potential stays locked inside. Take a hard look at the people around you. Some people inspire focus, others pull you into chaos. Who are you spending your time with? Are they moving in the same direction as you? Are they lifting you or distracting you? You don't need to cut people off with bitterness, but you do need to guard your energy. You can love someone and still create distance. You can be kind without being available to everyone all the time. Every yes to someone else is a no to something in your life. Use your yes wisely. Silence is a powerful tool in eliminating distraction. Most people avoid silence because it forces them to face themselves. But in silence, you hear truth. You hear what you actually want. You begin to see what's been taking your time and giving you nothing in return. Make space in your day for silence. No noise, no screen. Just you, your breath, your mind. You'll find answers that never arrive when you're lost in distraction. If you want to unlock your potential, make a decision, not a wish, not a maybe. A decision that your focus matters more than anything that tries to steal it. Be disciplined. Turn off your phone when you need to work. Say no to things that don't align with your goals. Be present with what matters most. Not tomorrow. Now. Because every day you delay, you lose another chance to become who you were meant to be. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. That's the truth. The hours you need are already in your day. You're just spending them in the wrong places. When you remove what doesn't matter, what matters gets the attention it deserves. Your work improves. Your health improves. Your relationships grow. Your confidence rises. Not because you're doing more, but because you're doing the right things with full attention. Eliminating distraction is not about being perfect. It's about being honest. Honest about where your time goes. Honest about what's pulling you away from your goals. Honest about what habits are hurting you. And then doing something about it. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Now. The more honest you are, the more focused you become. The more focused you become, the faster you grow. Your focus is your power. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your future depends on it. Your peace depends on it. Your self-respect depends on it. You were not born to live halfway. You were not built for distraction. You were made to rise, but rising requires discipline. It requires clarity. It requires courage to walk away from the noise and step fully into your own life. Make a list today. Write down your biggest distractions. Be real about what's keeping you stuck. Then make a commitment to take action. Delete the app. Unfollow the person. Block the notification. Create the space. Replace mindless habits with intentional ones. Your brain will resist at first. That's normal. But the more you protect your attention, the more your potential comes alive. You don't need to be perfect to make progress, but you do need to be focused, because no matter how smart, talented, or motivated you are, if your energy is divided, your power is limited. Focus is not just a tool. It is a decision, a way of living, a way of honoring your time. When you stop letting everything pull you in every direction, you start moving in one powerful direction forward. And that's when things begin to change. Not because the world changes, but because you do. You stop chasing distractions and start choosing your purpose. You stop surviving your day and start leading it. You stop living for approval and start living with alignment. This is the life you were meant to build. And it begins the moment you decide to eliminate every distraction that stands in the way of your true potential. Chapter 3. Take full responsibility for your own life direction. There comes a point in life when you must stop waiting for someone to understand you, waiting for something to change, waiting for the perfect moment to begin. That point is the beginning of personal power. It's the moment when you stop blaming circumstances, people, or the past, and you choose to take full responsibility for your own life direction. This decision changes everything. It doesn't matter where you've been, how long you've been stuck, or what's been taken from you. The power to move forward, the power to rise, has always been yours, and once you claim it, life starts to respond in ways it never did before. Taking full responsibility is not about blaming yourself for what happened to you. It's not about shame. It's about reclaiming your ability to lead your life. Most people live as passengers, going wherever life takes them, accepting whatever comes, hoping things will improve, without ever deciding who they want to be or where they want to go. But when you finally take the driver's seat, when you choose your direction and stop waiting for permission, your life begins to reflect your intentions instead of your fears. Nobody owes you a better life. Nobody is coming to rescue you. That's not meant to hurt you, it's meant to free you. Because as long as you're waiting for someone else to fix it, you remain powerless. The moment you realize that your choices are shaping your reality, you stop giving your energy to blame and start putting it into action. You understand that every decision either takes you closer to the life you want or further from it. There's no neutral ground. Every day is a vote for the kind of future you're building. It's easier to blame the world. It's easier to say, I wasn't given the chance, or they never supported me, or life has been unfair, and maybe all of that is true. Maybe you didn't have support. Maybe people let you down. Maybe life was harder for you than for others, but holding on to that pain will never set you free. Only one thing will, deciding that from this day forward, you are responsible for what happens next. That's not denial, that's power. It's ownership. It's the quiet strength of someone who refuses to live in reaction. Everything changes when you stop outsourcing your life to the world around you. You stop waiting for someone to push you and start pushing yourself. You stop asking for guarantees and start building courage. You stop looking for someone to tell you what to do and start asking yourself what you truly want. This is not an easy path, but it is the only path that leads to freedom. Responsibility means you take ownership of your time, your energy, your choices, your habits, your boundaries, your emotions, and your direction. It means you stop saying, I don't have time, and you start saying, I haven't made it a priority. It means you stop saying, I can't help how I feel, and you start saying, I can choose how I respond. It means you stop looking outside yourself for motivation and start becoming the source of your own drive. You are not a victim of your habits. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are not defined by what went wrong. You are shaped by what you decide to do next. Every day, you are shaping your life through action or inaction, through discipline or delay, through courage or fear. And nobody else can do it for you. Not your parents, not your partner, not your boss, not your friends. This is your work. This is your part. Taking full responsibility also means facing the truth about your patterns. Where are you making excuses? Where are you avoiding change? Where are you letting fear speak louder than growth? These are hard questions, but they're necessary because you can't change what you won't confront. And most people stay stuck because they'd rather protect their comfort than face their truth. But comfort doesn't lead to freedom. Only honesty does. If your life isn't going the way you want it to, look within. Are your daily actions aligned with your deepest values? Are you choosing short-term comfort over long-term fulfillment? Are you saying yes when you need to say no? Are you avoiding responsibility by hiding behind other people's opinions or expectations? These questions will show you exactly where your power is being leaked. And when you reclaim that power, even in small ways, your direction begins to shift. You must stop negotiating with your future. You must stop postponing the hard things. Growth is never convenient. Change is rarely comfortable. But nothing is more painful than staying in a life that doesn't reflect who you truly are. Taking responsibility means acting before you feel ready. It means showing up even when it's hard. It means doing what needs to be done, not what feels easy. That's how trust is built. That's how confidence grows. Not by waiting for life to improve, but by proving to yourself that you can improve it. Your life becomes meaningful when you take ownership of your choices. You realize that you are not here just to survive. You are here to create. You don't need permission to start building the life you want. You don't need a perfect plan to begin. You need commitment. You need clarity. You need the courage to say, "This is my life and I will no longer live it by accident." Taking full responsibility means you stop comparing. You stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline. You stop believing that someone else's success means you've failed. When you take responsibility, you understand that your journey is yours alone, and the only person you need to beat is the one you were yesterday. That's your competition. That's your measure of success, progress, not perfection. When you own your life, you stop running from pain. You begin to learn from it. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes feedback. Every failure becomes fuel. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and you start asking, "What I learn from this?" That mindset will take you further than talent, luck, or education. Because no matter what life throws at you, you remain in control of how you respond. The moment you take responsibility, life feels different. You stop feeling stuck. You stop blaming the calendar, the clock, the system. You realize you have more power than you ever believed. And that power doesn't come from control, it comes from choice. You can choose to rise, you can choose to grow. You can choose to lead your life, not follow someone else's version of it. This path is not for everyone. Most people would rather wait. Most people would rather blame. Most people would rather escape than confront. But you are not most people. If you've read this far, something in you knows that you're ready. Ready to stop drifting. Ready to stop settling. Ready to stop handing your future over to chance. This is your time to take the wheel. You may not know exactly where you're going yet. That's okay. What matters is that you are willing to take the first step without certainty. You are willing to walk forward even without applause. You are willing to fall and get back up. Because direction is not about speed. It's about movement, and every step you take in responsibility takes you one step closer to the life you were meant to live. From this moment forward, you are responsible, not for what happened to you but for what you do next. Not for every outcome, but for every effort. Not for the entire future, but for the next decision. Own your life, lead your life, and never again give away the power that belongs to you. Chapter 4. Set clear priorities that support your inner growth. Every day offers you two choices, to grow or to stay the same. The difference between those who live with purpose and those who feel lost is not talent, luck, or time. It's priorities. What you put first shapes who you become. If you want to grow into the best version of yourself, you must set clear priorities that reflect your values, not just your obligations. You must stop living on autopilot, reacting to the demands of others, and start deciding what truly matters to you. Your inner growth depends on what you choose to focus on and what you choose to let go of. Growth does not happen by accident, it happens by design, and that design begins with intention. You cannot say that personal growth is important while spending most of your time doing things that weaken your focus, drain your energy, and distract you from your purpose. You must be honest with yourself about where your time is going. Are your daily actions aligned with who you want to become, or are they just filling space, keeping you busy without helping you grow? Your time is not unlimited. Every hour you give away to something unimportant is an hour you've taken away from something meaningful. The people who grow the most are not the ones doing the most, they're the ones doing what matters most. That's the difference. Priorities are not about doing everything, they're about doing the right thing. Things that stretch your thinking, strengthen your habits, and move you closer to the life you want to live. To set clear priorities, you must first be willing to slow down and reflect. Clarity comes from stillness, not speed. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? What do I want my life to stand for? What areas of my life need the most attention right now? What have I been avoiding that I know would help me grow? These questions are not comfortable, but they are necessary, because your answers will tell you exactly what your real priorities should be. If you want to grow mentally, make learning a top priority. If you want to grow emotionally, make healing and self-awareness a top priority. If you want to grow spiritually, make solitude and reflection a top priority. If you want to grow in your relationships, make presence and communication a top priority. There is no growth without sacrifice. You must give something up to rise. And that something is often your comfort, your excuses, and your distractions. You cannot say that growth is important and then spend all your time trying to please everyone. You cannot claim to value peace and still say yes to chaos. You cannot say you want clarity and still fill every free moment with noise. At some point, your actions must match your words. At some point, your calendar must reflect your growth goals. Because what you do daily is not just a reflection of your habits, it's a reflection of your values. There is no perfect time to start prioritizing your growth. The right time is when you decide that your future matters more than your comfort. You must stop waiting for life to slow down. You must stop hoping for the perfect conditions. You must start creating space for what matters. Wake up earlier. Say no more often. Turn off the noise. Make fewer excuses. Give more energy to what will still matter 5 years from now. That is how priorities take root. You are not too busy to grow. You are just saying yes to too many things that don't matter. If everything is important, nothing is. You must choose, and that choice must be intentional. Growth requires focus. Focus requires discipline. And discipline requires that you stop letting every little thing steal your attention. You must protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Let go of the pressure to do what everyone else is doing. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it's a priority. Just because everyone is saying yes, doesn't mean you should. Growth often means making choices that others won't understand. It means walking your own path, not following the crowd. It means turning inward and asking, what do I need to become the person I respect? That's the kind of question that leads to transformation. Track your time for a few days. Write down how you spend each hour. Be honest. You'll start to see patterns. You'll notice where your time is leaking, where your energy is being wasted, and where your focus is being pulled away from your true goals. Use that awareness to adjust. Make a short list of your top 3 priorities. Keep them visible. Every decision you make, what to say yes to, what to say no to, should be filtered through that list. Don't confuse being busy with being effective. Don't confuse being involved with being aligned. Just because your schedule is full doesn't mean you're growing. Just because you're doing a lot doesn't mean you're doing what matters. Growth is not always loud. It's not always visible. Sometimes it's saying no to a party so you can journal. Sometimes it's choosing a walk instead of another hour online. Sometimes it's stepping back so you can see clearly again. One of the most powerful things you can do for your growth is to simplify. Reduce the number of goals you're chasing. Reduce the number of tasks you try to complete in a day. Narrow your focus to the few things that matter most. When your life is scattered, your energy is diluted. When your life is simplified, your energy becomes focused. And focused energy is what creates lasting progress. Inner growth is not just about adding more. It's about removing what no longer fits. Let go of old habits that slow you down. Let go of roles you no longer want to play. Let go of expectations that aren't your own. You can't become who you are meant to be while holding on to everything that kept you who you used to be. Priorities help you let go. They help you decide what to release and what to hold on to. Don't wait for a breakdown to start changing your priorities. Don't wait until you're burned out, overwhelmed, or lost. Start now. Even small changes in how you spend your time can lead to massive shifts in how you experience life. Choose to put growth at the center of your days. Choose to build routines that support your clarity. Choose to become someone who respects their own time enough to protect it from waste. Some people won't understand your choices. They'll question why you're not available like you used to be. They'll wonder why you've become more selective with your time. That's okay. Your life doesn't need to make sense to them. Your life needs to make sense to you. You are the one who will live with the consequences of your priorities. You are the one who will either grow or stay stuck. So choose based on your values, not on others' opinions. The more you respect your own time, the more others will too. The more you focus on what matters, the less noise you'll tolerate. The more you center your life around growth, the more progress you'll see. And it all begins with clarity. Not vague hopes, not random effort, but clear, focused, disciplined decisions that reflect the person you are becoming. When you look back a year from now, what will you wish you had prioritized today? Let that question guide your choices. Let that question be the reminder that your future is not waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be clear. Clear about what matters. Clear about who you are. Clear about what you are building. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do the right things consistently. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest. And when you live from that kind of clarity, growth becomes natural, not forced, not overwhelming, just steady, intentional, and deeply fulfilling. So make the decision now. Choose to set priorities that match your values. Choose to spend your time on what expands your mind, strengthens your heart, and deepens your self-respect. Because when your priorities reflect your inner truth, you don't just grow, you transform. And that transformation is what leads to a life of meaning, purpose, and... Chapter 5. Protect your time with strong personal boundaries. Your time is your life in motion. How you spend it determines who you become. Every hour you give away is an hour you'll never get back. Yet many people allow their time to be pulled, stolen, and drained by others simply because they haven't learned to protect it. Strong personal boundaries are not a luxury. They are a necessity. Without them, your time gets filled with things that don't matter. People who don't respect you, and tasks that push your priorities to the side. To live a focused, meaningful life, You must be willing to draw clear lines around your time and guard them with quiet strength. People will always want more from you. More attention, more availability, more effort, more help. It's not wrong for others to ask, but it becomes your responsibility to know what to give and what to withhold. If you don't decide how your time should be spent, someone else will, and their priorities will not match your purpose. Their urgency will not support your growth. You must stop saying yes out of guilt, obligation, or fear. You must start saying yes from clarity and confidence. That's the shift. That's where personal freedom begins. Boundaries are not about being selfish. They are about being responsible. You are responsible for how you manage your energy. You are responsible for protecting your peace. You are responsible for creating the conditions that allow you to grow. No one else can do that for you. If you constantly feel overwhelmed, distracted, or frustrated, it's not just a scheduling issue, it's a boundaries issue. Somewhere you are allowing things into your life that don't belong there. The truth is, not every call needs to be answered. Not every message needs an instant reply. Not every invitation needs a yes. Your attention is not an emergency service. You are allowed to be unavailable. You are allowed to be unreachable. You are allowed to put your phone down and disappear into silence if that's what you need to protect your focus. You don't owe constant access to anyone, and anyone who demands it doesn't respect your growth. Strong boundaries begin with knowing what matters most to you. When your values are clear, your limits become easier to define. You know what you're protecting. You understand what you're willing to sacrifice and what you are not. That internal clarity becomes your filter. If something doesn't align with your values, you don't need to debate it. You don't need to explain yourself. You simply let it go, because your growth is worth more than someone else's temporary approval. You can't keep living at the mercy of other people's moods, requests, or demands. You must build a life where your time is treated as sacred. That means creating structure, not waiting for it. It means deciding how much time you'll give to others and how much you'll protect for yourself. Your mornings are not for distraction. Your evenings are not for draining conversations. Your breaks are not for mindless scrolling. Your time is your responsibility. Protect it without guilt. People may not like your boundaries at first, especially if they've benefited from your lack of them. But that discomfort is temporary. Their approval is not your obligation. What matters more is the respect you build within yourself. Every time you choose your values over pressure, you grow stronger. Every time you hold the line instead of giving in, you prove to yourself that you matter, that your goals matter, that your goals matter, that your time is not for sale. You don't need to explain your boundaries to everyone. You don't need to justify your decisions. You simply need to live in alignment with what serves your future. Let your behavior speak. Let your peace speak louder than your words. Over time, the people who truly support your growth will understand, and the ones who don't will fall away. That's not a loss, it's a clearing. A clearing that makes space for what truly belongs in your life. Protecting your time also means protecting your mental space. Limit conversations that drain your energy. Distance yourself from people who constantly complain, gossip, or bring negativity into your world. You're not being unkind, you're being intentional. You are choosing to create a mental environment that supports your clarity, because what you allow into your mind will eventually shape your decisions, your habits, and your direction. Give yourself permission to rest, not as a reward, but as a necessity. You can't grow if you're constantly exhausted. You can't focus if your mind is always crowded. Rest is not laziness, it's preparation. When you rest, you reset your energy, You return to your work with more clarity, more creativity, more patience. Protect time for rest, the same way you protect time for action. Both are essential. Both require boundaries. Stop waiting for people to respect your time. Teach them how. That begins with how you treat it yourself. Do you guard your calendar? Do you keep your promises to yourself? Do you schedule time for what matters? Or do you let others fill your days with urgency and noise? The way you use your time sends a message to the world. Either you are in control, or you are being controlled. Either you lead your life, or you let others lead it for you. Boundaries require consistency. You can't set a boundary once and expect it to hold if you keep breaking it yourself. You must follow through. You must remind yourself that every time you bend your boundary for the sake of convenience, you weaken your own foundation. Discipline is not about restriction, it's about commitment. You are committing to the version of you that stays focused, clear and aligned. It's okay to miss out on some things. You don't need to attend every event, join every conversation, or keep up with every trend. Missing out on things that don't align with your purpose is not a loss, it's progress. Because every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you are saying yes to something that does. You are saying yes to your values, yes to your peace, yes to your mission. You are not obligated to carry the weight of everyone else's needs. Helping others is beautiful, but not at the cost of your well-being. Your needs matter too. Your goals matter too. You can be kind without being used. You can be generous without being drained. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates. They allow in what supports you and block what weakens you. If you want to go far in life, you must learn to protect your time like it's gold. Because it is. Time is the one resource you can never get back. You can lose money and make more. You can lose energy and recover. But lost time is gone forever. Treat it with care. Use it wisely. Respect it deeply. Build your life around what matters most, and protect that space with every boundary you need. Growth doesn't happen in chaos, it happens in clarity, and clarity requires space to think, space to feel, space to build. That space won't appear by accident. You must create it, you must defend it, you must be strong enough to walk away from the noise so you can hear your own voice again. Once you do, you'll never want to go back to the life where your time was treated like it didn't matter. You don't need to be aggressive to set boundaries, you just need to be clear. Clear with yourself. Clear with others. Clear about what matters. Let that clarity lead your decision. Let that clarity shape your days. Let that clarity protect your future. Because the more you respect your time, the more your life becomes a reflection of your values. And that is the beginning of true peace, power and personal growth. Chapter 6. Track your progress to build lasting self-trust. Self-trust is not something you are born with. It's something you build. It's not created by hope or motivation alone. It grows through action, through discipline, and most of all, through evidence. The strongest way to build lasting self-trust is by tracking your progress. Not to prove anything to anyone else, but to show yourself that you follow through, that when you say you'll do something, you actually do it. Every promise kept is a brick in the foundation of trust. Every step completed is proof that you are reliable, even to yourself. Without tracking your progress, you forget how far you've come. You focus only on what's left. You overlook the small wins, the quiet improvements, the slow but steady changes that are building you into someone stronger. And when you overlook your progress, you begin to doubt yourself. You tell yourself that nothing is working, even when it is. You convince yourself that you're stuck, even when you're moving. This is why tracking matters. It gives you perspective. It keeps your confidence rooted in reality, not emotion. It doesn't matter what your goal is, whether it's building discipline, improving your health, healing your mind, learning a skill, or becoming more consistent. What matters is your ability to measure it. Not obsessively, not perfectly, but consistently. Keep a record. Write down what you're doing each day. Track your habits. Reflect on your effort. Pay attention to how your actions are aligning with your goals. This isn't about perfection, it's about accountability. Most people don't track their progress because they're afraid of what they'll see. They fear falling short. They fear seeing the gap between who they are and who they want to be. But ignoring the truth doesn't close that gap. It keeps you stuck inside it. Growth starts with honesty, and honesty gets stronger when you face yourself with compassion and commitment. When you track your progress, you are choosing to see reality clearly, and that clarity gives you power. You don't need to track everything. You just need to track what matters most to your current season of growth. If your focus is on mental clarity, track how often you meditate, reflect, or journal. If you're working on discipline, track how consistently you follow your routines. If your goal is to move more, track your activity, your energy, your recovery. Start small, choose 1 or 2 things to track, and build the habit of observing your own behavior without judgment. Every time you write down a completed habit, you're not just recording data, you're reinforcing identity. You're reminding yourself that you are the kind of person who takes action, the kind of person who shows up, the kind of person who is building something real, even if no one else sees it yet. That quiet reinforcement matters more than you think, because long-term change doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from hundreds of small ones made daily and tracked to completion. Tracking progress also helps you stay focused. When life gets busy or overwhelming, you might forget your goals. You might get distracted or discouraged. But if you have a record to look back on, you can remind yourself of your direction. You can reconnect with your why. You can see your momentum. And that momentum gives you the motivation to keep going. You don't rely on inspiration. You rely on proof. You begin to build a private sense of pride. Not the kind that needs to be shown off, but the kind that keeps you grounded. You become someone who knows what they've done, what they've overcome, and what they're capable of. You don't need applause. You don't need to convince anyone. You trust yourself because you've seen yourself do the work. That is a kind of power no one can take from you. Tracking your progress also helps you adapt. You start to see patterns. You realize what times of day you're most focused, what habits trigger other habits, what throws you off, and what brings you back. You start to understand your behavior, not just react to it. And from that understanding, you can refine your routines. You can make smarter choices. You can eliminate what's not working and double down on what is. Progress is not just about movement, it's about learning. The more you track, the more self-aware you become. You notice when you're avoiding. You notice when you're being honest. You notice when you're slipping into old patterns. And because you're tracking, you can catch it early. You don't let a bad day turn into a bad week. You don't let a single mistake become a full relapse. You see it, acknowledge it, and reset. That's what builds trust. Not perfection. Recovery. When you don't track your progress, everything becomes vague. You feel like you're working hard, but you don't know if it's effective. You feel like you're growing, but you're unsure how. You can't measure improvement, so you assume there isn't any. And that doubt grows. It leads to hesitation. It leads to quitting. But when you can look back and see a record of your efforts, your self-doubt has no ground to stand on. You have proof. You have evidence. You have reason to believe in yourself. Make this process simple. You don't need fancy apps or complex charts. Use a notebook, a calendar, a habit tracker. Use a note on your phone if that's easier. Just be consistent. Take 5 minutes at the end of the day and ask, what did I do today that moved me forward? What did I avoid? What am I proud of? What do I need to improve tomorrow? These questions build awareness, and awareness builds self-trust. You can also track how you feel. Note your energy levels, your emotions, your mindset. Over time, you'll start to see how your habits affect your inner world. You'll notice that days with structure feel more peaceful, that days with distraction feel more chaotic, that small wins improve your mood more than you realized. This connection helps you make better choices. You don't just track what you do, you track how you're becoming. Self-trust is not a motivational speech. It's a relationship you build with yourself over time. It's showing up for yourself every day and proving that you are dependable. It's knowing that you don't need outside validation to feel worthy. You've built that worth from the inside, and every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you deepen that trust. When you break promises to yourself, you begin to doubt your own voice. You stop believing yourself when you say, "I'll start tomorrow," because you've said it too many times without follow-through. But when you track and complete even the smallest commitments, you rebuild that belief. You say, "I will," and your mind believes you. That belief creates momentum. That momentum becomes change. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Consistency builds confidence. Confidence builds discipline. Discipline builds freedom. And freedom allows you to design a life that reflects your values. But it all starts with self-trust. And self-trust starts with tracking the truth. What you do, what you don't, what works, what doesn't, nothing more, nothing less. Your progress is your responsibility. No one can give it to you. No one can take it from you. But you must own it. You must measure it. You must make it visible. And when you do, something shifts. You stop living by how you feel and start living by what you've proven. You stop guessing and start knowing. You stop doubting and start building. This is how you become someone you respect. This is how you grow into someone you can trust. One choice, one action, one day at a time. Tracked. Remembered. Chapter 7. Challenge your thoughts to grow your inner strength. Our minds are powerful, but they are not always kind or accurate. The thoughts we carry shape our feelings, actions, and ultimately, the direction of our lives. Most people allow their thoughts to run unchecked, believing everything they think without question. This habit can hold you back more than any external obstacle. If you want to grow your inner strength, you must learn to challenge your thoughts. You must become the observer, the questioner, and the leader of your own mind, rather than its victim. This shift is not easy, but it is essential for true growth. Thoughts are not facts. They are mental events, flashes of emotion, memory, and habit combined. Many times your mind will present fears, doubts, and judgments as truths, but they are not. They are stories you've accepted, some consciously, many unconsciously. These stories can limit your potential, keep you stuck, and rob you of peace. When you learn to question your thoughts, you break free from the chains of automatic negativity and self-doubt. You begin to see that thoughts are just thoughts, not commands you must obey. Challenging your thoughts means stopping the automatic acceptance of every idea that crosses your mind. It means becoming curious instead of reactive. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," ask yourself, "Why do I believe that?" Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," ask, "What evidence do I have to support that?" This simple practice creates a gap between stimulus and response, a space where you can choose your next move instead of being controlled by old patterns. The strength to question your thoughts requires courage, because many of these thoughts are deeply rooted in past experiences, fears and insecurities. It's uncomfortable to face them because they feel familiar, even if they are harmful, but the discomfort is temporary, and the freedom on the other side is worth it. When you challenge a negative thought, you open the door to new possibilities. You allow space for hope, growth and healing. You begin to rewire your brain to focus on what serves you rather than what harms you. You are not your thoughts, you are the one who thinks them. This distinction is critical. By realizing this, you become the observer instead of the reactor. You step out of the whirlwind of emotions and judgments and watch your mind with gentle curiosity. What patterns do you notice? What thoughts repeat often? Which ones cause fear or paralysis? Which ones inspire confidence or calm? Awareness is the first step toward change. To grow inner strength, you must practice replacing limiting thoughts with empowering ones. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means recognizing that your perspective can change and that you have the power to choose which thoughts you give energy to. When a thought says, "I can't handle this," you might respond, "I've faced challenges before and survived." When a thought says, "I'm not worthy," you might remind yourself, "Everyone has worth, including me." These are not empty affirmations. They are reminders grounded in reality and self-compassion. Another powerful way to challenge your thoughts is through journaling. Write down the negative or limiting thoughts as they arise. Then write questions next to them. Is this true? Is this helpful? What would I say to a friend who thought this? Writing externalizes your inner dialogue and gives you perspective. It helps you see how often your mind exaggerates fears or jumps to conclusions. It also strengthens your ability to question thoughts in the moment because you've practiced doing it on paper. Challenging your thoughts also means questioning the shoulds and musts that your mind imposes. Thoughts like "I should be better," "I must succeed," or "I can't fail" create unnecessary pressure and fear. When you challenge these thoughts, you find freedom from perfectionism and unrealistic expectations. You learn to accept yourself as a work in progress rather than a finished product. This acceptance fuels inner strength by reducing self-criticism and increasing resilience. It is natural for negative thoughts to arise, especially when you're stepping out of your comfort zone or facing uncertainty. Challenging your thoughts is not about eliminating negativity, but about not letting it control you. You learn to acknowledge difficult thoughts and emotions without being swept away by them. This practice builds emotional resilience and self-trust because you prove to yourself that you can handle discomfort without collapsing. The process of challenging your thoughts can be strengthened by surrounding yourself with people who encourage growth and honesty. Conversations with trusted friends, mentors, or coaches can help you see blind spots and question beliefs you might not notice on your own. External feedback can provide reality checks and new perspectives that make it easier to challenge destructive thoughts. Challenging thoughts requires consistency. It is not a one-time event, but a daily habit. Your mind has decades of patterns to undo, and rewiring takes time. You may not see immediate results, and that's okay. Persistence matters more than speed. Each time you question a negative thought, you weaken its hold on you and strengthen your inner voice of reason and compassion. You might notice that some thoughts are harder to challenge than others. These often connect to core beliefs about yourself, your safety, or your worthiness. Tackling these deeper beliefs may require patience and support. Don't rush the process. Celebrate small wins. Every thought you question is progress. Every moment you refuse to believe a lie about yourself is a victory. When you challenge your thoughts, you create a mental environment that supports growth, peace, and confidence. You learn to see challenges as opportunities to test and expand your beliefs rather than threats to your identity. You stop letting fear dictate your choices and start making decisions based on truth and possibility. This mental strength becomes the foundation for every other area of your life. In time, you will find that your mind becomes a source of encouragement instead of criticism. Your thoughts will shift from obstacles to tools. Instead of saying, "I can't," your mind will start saying, "How can I?" Instead of being your enemy, your mind becomes your ally. This transformation allows you to face life's uncertainties with courage and grace. Challenging your thoughts is also a way to protect your mental health. Negative thinking patterns contribute to anxiety, depression, and stress. By intervening and redirecting your thinking, you reduce mental suffering and create space for healing. You become proactive in caring for your mind rather than reactive to its turmoil. Inner strength grows not from ignoring your thoughts, but from engaging with them honestly and wisely. It grows when you stop running from uncomfortable truth and instead lean into curiosity and self-awareness. It grows when you replace reaction with response, judgment with inquiry, and doubt with evidence. This kind of strength is steady, reliable, and deeply freeing. Your mind will always produce thoughts, some helpful, some harmful. Your task is not to stop thinking, but to become the leader of your thoughts. To decide which ones to believe, which ones to question, and which ones to discard. This leadership shapes your identity and guides your action. When your thoughts align with your values and goals, you move forward with confidence. When they don't, you adjust and course correct. Remember that challenging your thoughts is an act of self-respect. It means you value your peace and growth enough to question what no longer serves you. It means you are willing to be honest, vulnerable, and brave. It means you are committed to becoming stronger from the inside out. The practice of challenging your thoughts is a lifelong journey. It will ebb and flow. Some days will be easier than others, but the more you engage with your mind this way, the more resilient and empowered you become. You create a mindset that no obstacle can easily shake because it rests on truth, awareness, and courage. By learning to challenge your thoughts, you build a foundation of inner strength that supports everything you do. You create mental habits that lift you up instead of tearing you down. You become someone who controls their mind rather than being controlled by it. This is the essence of true personal growth, one thought at a time. Chapter 8. Master your emotions through calm daily reflection. Mastering your emotions is one of the most powerful skills you can develop for lasting success and personal growth. Emotions influence your decisions, actions, and relationships far more than most people realize. Yet many of us live as if emotions are uncontrollable forces that sweep us away at random. The truth is that your emotions can be managed, understood, and even guided towards supporting your growth. One of the most effective ways to gain control over your emotions is through calm daily reflection, a simple practice that transforms how you experience your inner world. Every day you experience a flood of feelings: joy, frustration, anxiety, excitement, sadness, and more. These emotions can either fuel you or drain you, depending on how you relate to them. Most people react immediately and impulsively to emotions without pause. They let anger burst out, worry spiral, or sadness deepen unchecked. This reactive pattern keeps you trapped in cycles of stress and confusion. But calm daily reflection creates space. It gives you a moment to step back, observe your feelings without judgment, and understand their source before acting. Reflection is not about suppressing emotions or pretending they don't exist. It's about acknowledging them with kindness and curiosity. When you take time each day to sit quietly and examine what you feel, you build awareness. You begin to notice triggers, patterns, and underlying causes. You learn that emotions are messages, not enemies. This awareness is the foundation of emotional mastery, because you can't manage what you don't understand. To practice calm daily reflection, Set aside a few minutes each day, morning or evening, whichever works best for you. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself, then ask, what am I feeling right now? Name the emotion without trying to change it. Maybe it's frustration, maybe it's gratitude, maybe it's uncertainty. Labeling your feelings reduces their intensity and helps you gain perspective. Next, ask yourself, what caused this feeling? Trace it back if you can. Was it a conversation, a thought, an event, or something unresolved inside you? Understanding the cause helps you respond wisely instead of reacting blindly. For example, if you're feeling anxious, you might discover it's because you're overwhelmed with tasks or uncertain about a decision. This insight allows you to focus on solutions rather than panic. During your reflection, practice compassion toward yourself. Emotions can be messy and uncomfortable. It's easy to judge yourself for feeling angry, sad, or scared, but self-judgment only adds fuel to the fire. Instead, remind yourself that emotions are natural responses to life's challenges. You're human, and feeling is part of being alive. This kindness softens your inner dialogue and creates a safe space for growth. Calm reflection also helps you separate emotions from actions. Often we behave in ways we later regret because we acted on raw feelings. Reflection allows you to pause, consider your emotions, and choose how to respond in alignment with your values and goals. This choice is the essence of emotional intelligence. You become the driver, not the passenger, of your emotional experience. Over time, daily reflection builds emotional resilience. You start to recognize that feelings come and go like waves. You learn not to cling to pain or chase after fleeting pleasure. Instead, you develop steadiness, a calm center that holds firm regardless of outer circumstances. This steadiness helps you face life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. Mastering emotions through reflection also improves your relationships. When you understand your feelings better, you communicate more clearly and listen more deeply. You stop reacting impulsively to others and start responding thoughtfully. This change creates stronger, healthier connections built on respect and understanding, rather than conflict and misunderstanding. Your brain needs practice to develop this skill. The first few days of reflection may feel awkward or forced. You might not know what to say or how to focus. That's normal. Consistency is key. As you continue, the process becomes more natural and rewarding. You'll notice your mind quieting and your emotions becoming easier to navigate. The small investment of time each day pays huge dividends in peace and clarity. In addition to reflection, journaling can enhance emotional mastery. Writing down your thoughts and feelings gives them a form and structure. It externalizes your inner experience, making it easier to process and understand. Journaling also creates a record of your emotional journey, allowing you to track growth and patterns over weeks and months. Mastery of emotions is not about eliminating negative feelings, but about transforming your relationship with them. You learn to recognize when emotions are signals to act or warnings to pause. You discover that even difficult emotions contain wisdom. For instance, anger can highlight boundaries that need setting. Sadness can reveal what you truly value. Fear can protect you from real dangers, while also challenging you to grow beyond comfort. The practice of calm reflection helps you catch emotional reactions before they spiral. You become more aware of subtle shifts in your mood and energy. This awareness allows you to intervene early, taking a breath, reframing a thought, or changing your environment before emotions become overwhelming. You develop a toolkit of strategies grounded in presence and mindfulness. Importantly, emotional mastery supports your physical health. Chronic stress and unresolved emotions contribute to fatigue, tension, and illness. By reflecting calmly and regularly, you reduce stress hormones and promote relaxation. Your body and mind work better when emotions flow smoothly rather than getting stuck or suppressed. Calm daily reflection also aligns with your personal growth journey. It reminds you that success is not just about external achievements, but in a balance. When you master your emotions, you become more resilient, focused, and motivated. You move forward with confidence because you're not tossed around by feelings, but guided by awareness. In moments of crisis or challenge, reflection becomes even more valuable. It allows you to respond with wisdom rather than panic. It helps you maintain perspective when life feels chaotic. This steady emotional ground is what separates those who give up from those who keep going. It is the quiet strength that sustains you through difficult times. You can combine reflection with simple breathing exercises or meditation to deepen your experience. The goal is not to eliminate thoughts or feelings, but to create a space where they can be observed without judgment. This space is your refuge and your power source. It reconnects you with your true self beyond transient emotion. As you practice emotional mastery, you may notice shifts in how you see yourself and the world. You become less reactive and more intentional. You stop identifying with every emotion and start recognizing your capacity to choose. This choice creates freedom, a freedom that allows you to grow without being trapped by old patterns or fears. Remember that mastering emotions is a lifelong practice, not a destination. Each day offers new experiences and challenges that test your skill. Sometimes you will succeed beautifully, and other times you will falter. That is part of the process. What matters is your commitment to keep returning to reflection and self-awareness. In the end, mastering your emotions through calm daily reflection empowers you to live fully and authentically. You no longer react to life but respond with clarity and strength. You build a foundation of inner peace that supports your goals, relationships, and well-being. This foundation is the true key to lasting success and fulfillment. Chapter 9. Create a vision that drives your daily action. A clear vision is the compass that guides your journey every day. Without it, your actions can become aimless and reactive, leaving you exhausted but unfulfilled. A vision connects your present effort to a meaningful future, transforming ordinary tasks into purposeful steps. When you create a vision that truly drives your daily action, you unlock a source of motivation that is steady and deep. This vision becomes the fuel that powers you through obstacles, distractions, and doubts. Your vision must be more than a vague dream or wish. It needs to be a vivid, compelling picture of the life you want to build, one that resonates deeply with your values and desires. It should speak directly to your heart and mind so that it feels urgent and necessary, not optional. This vision acts as a daily reminder of why you endure hardship and why you refuse to settle for less. It keeps you focused when distractions try to pull you away. To create such a vision, start by reflecting on what truly matters to you. What legacy do you want to leave? What kind of person do you want to become? What experiences do you want to have? Dig beneath surface desires and ask yourself what will bring lasting fulfillment and joy. Write your answers down. Clarity in these answers forms the foundation of your vision. Once you have clarity, describe your vision in detail. Picture your ideal day, your relationships, your work, your health, and your mindset. What does success look like? How do you feel? What impact do you make? Use present tense as if it's already happening. This mental rehearsal strengthens your connection to the vision and makes it more real. The clearer and more specific your vision is, the more magnetic it becomes. Your vision should inspire you to take action every day, not intimidate you. It must feel achievable in small steps, even if the full vision is a long-term goal. Break your vision into smaller milestones that you can celebrate along the way. Each milestone is proof that you are moving closer. This sense of progress keeps momentum alive. Keep your vision visible. Write it on a card, place it on your mirror, set reminders on your phone, or create a vision board. The key is to see it frequently. Repeated exposure imprints it on your subconscious mind and aligns your thoughts and habits automatically. The more you see your vision, the more natural it becomes to act in ways that support it. A vision also protects you from distractions and detours. When temptations arise or doubts creep in, your vision reminds you of the bigger picture. It helps you say no to short-term pleasures or distractions that pull you off course. It gives you the strength to choose what serves your future over what comforts your present. Every action you take each day should connect back to your vision, even if indirectly. Simple tasks like waking up early, exercising, or reading can feel mundane until you realize they are bricks building your dream. This mindset turns discipline from a chore into a choice aligned with your highest purpose. You become intentional in how you invest your time and energy. It is natural for your vision to evolve as you grow. As you learn more about yourself and the world, you may discover new priorities or insights. Revisiting and refining your vision is part of the process. A flexible vision adapts without losing its core meaning. Keep the essence alive while allowing details to shift. Sharing your vision with trusted people can deepen your commitment. When you express your dream aloud, it gains power. Others can support, encourage, and hold you accountable. But be selective with whom you share. Choose people who believe in growth and who respect your goals. Their positive influence strengthens your resolve. Living by a clear vision reduces overwhelm and indecision. Instead of guessing what to do next, you ask, does this move me closer to my vision? If yes, you act. If no, you let it go. This filter simplifies choices and increases your productivity. Your days become more purposeful and less chaotic. Creating a vision that drives action also means accepting responsibility for your progress. The vision doesn't work without your effort. It's not enough to imagine success. You must work for it. Your daily habits, your mindset, your resilience all contribute to realizing the vision. This ownership fuels empowerment and eliminates excuses. Sometimes progress toward your vision may feel slow or invisible. Doubts may arise, and motivation may dip. This is normal. A strong vision keeps you anchored during these times. It reminds you that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Trust the process and keep showing up. Celebrate your wins as part of the vision journey. Each small victory is a sign of growth and proof that your vision is real and reachable. Gratitude for these moments fuels positive energy and deepens your connection to the vision. Remember that your vision is personal and unique. Don't compare it to others' visions or timeline. Your journey belongs to you alone. Focus on what inspires you, not what pressures you. Authenticity in your vision creates genuine motivation. Visualize obstacles as opportunities to strengthen your commitment. Challenges are part of every meaningful path. When difficulties arise, your vision reminds you why you started and motivates you to persist. This resilience is a hallmark of those who succeed. Incorporate your vision into your morning routine. Begin each day by reviewing your vision and setting an intention. This primes your mind to look for ways to act in alignment with your goals throughout the day. Use your vision to guide not only your actions, but also your mindset. When negative thoughts appear, recall your vision's purpose. Let it inspire confidence, hope, and courage. Your vision becomes a mental anchor in turbulent moments. A vision that drives daily action turns vague dreams into concrete realities. It provides direction and meaning to your everyday life. It transforms ambition into discipline and wishful thinking into consistent effort. This transformation happens one day, one decision, one action at a time. Your vision is the foundation of your success. It is the reason behind your choices and the source of your determination. When you create a vision that truly drives you, you move from surviving to thriving. You live intentionally with purpose and passion. Start now by crafting a vision that excites and motivates you deeply. Write it down, revisit it daily, and let it shape your every move. This is how you create a life worth living. This is how you make your dreams real. This is how self-focus becomes the key to your success. Chapter 10. Control your environment to support your focus. Your environment plays a powerful role in shaping your ability to focus and achieve your goals. Many people underestimate how much their surroundings influence their mindset, energy, and productivity. When your environment is cluttered, chaotic, or filled with distractions, your focus suffers. On the other hand, when you intentionally design your space to support your goals, you create conditions that make success easier. Controlling your environment is not about perfection or rigidity. It's about making conscious choices that align your surroundings with your purpose and priorities. Focus requires more than willpower. It needs support from the world around you. Think about how hard it is to concentrate when your phone is buzzing, your workspace is messy, or noise interrupts your flow. These external factors pull your attention in many directions, making it difficult to sustain deep work or reflection. By shaping your environment to minimize these interruptions, you remove unnecessary barriers to your productivity and clarity. Start by identifying the elements in your environment that disrupt your focus. These could be physical clutter, distracting technology, noisy spaces, or even negative influences from people around you. Be honest with yourself about what steals your attention or drains your energy. Awareness of these obstacles is the first step toward change. Once you know what distracts you, take active steps to reduce or eliminate them. Declutter your workspace by removing items that don't serve your current goals. Keep only what you need and use regularly within reach. A tidy, organized space calms your mind and signals that it's time to focus. Consider the lighting and ergonomics of your area too. Comfortable, well-lit spaces reduce fatigue and increase concentration. Technology can be one of the biggest thieves of focus. Notifications, social media, emails, they all demand your attention constantly. Controlling your environment means managing your digital world intentionally. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Use apps or settings that block distracting sites during focused work periods. Schedule specific times for checking messages instead of responding continuously. These habits create digital boundaries that protect your concentration. Sound also affects your ability to focus. Some people need quiet, others prefer background music or white noise. Discover what works best for you. Use headphones, earplugs, or sound machines to create the right auditory environment. Protecting your ears from disruptive noise helps maintain mental clarity. Your environment also includes the people you interact with regularly. Surround yourself with those who respect your focus and support your goals. Communicate your needs clearly. Let friends, family, or colleagues know when you need uninterrupted time. Setting these social boundaries prevents unexpected distractions and reinforces your commitment to your work. Consider creating physical rituals that prepare you to focus. For example, before starting a task, clear your desk, close unrelated tabs on your computer, or take a few deep breaths. These small actions signal to your brain that it's time to shift into a focused state. Over time, these rituals become habits that trigger productivity naturally. Sometimes controlling your environment requires making bigger changes. If your current space is not conducive to focus, look for alternatives. This might mean working in a different room, going to a library, or using co-working spaces. You don't have to settle for an environment that holds you back. Seek out places that energize and inspire you. The way you arrange your environment can also influence your motivation and mood. Personalize your space with items that uplift you: photos, plants, inspiring quotes, or meaningful objects. These positive cues encourage a mindset of possibility and growth. They remind you of your purpose and make your workspace a place you want to return to. Managing your environment includes scheduling as well. Designate specific times for focused work and protect them like appointments. Inform others of these blocks so they can respect your time. Routine creates structure and trains your mind to expect and prepare for periods of concentration. It's important to recognize that controlling your environment is an ongoing process. Your needs and goals will evolve, and so should your space. Regularly assess what's working and what isn't. Adjust your environment to keep it aligned with your current priorities. Flexibility and attention keep your surroundings in harmony with your growth. Environmental control also ties into managing your energy. Your physical space can support healthy habits like movement, hydration, and breaks. For example, having a water bottle nearby encourages hydration, while a comfortable chair supports posture and reduces fatigue. When your environment promotes well-being, your focus naturally improves. Avoiding multitasking is another way environment helps focus. Design your space and schedule so you can dedicate attention to one task at a time. Multitasking splits focus and reduces quality. Use physical or digital cues to remind yourself to stay present with the task at hand. This discipline improves effectiveness and satisfaction. Your environment is a reflection of your mindset and values. Taking control sends a message to yourself that your goals matter. It is a form of self-respect and commitment. When you invest time and energy in creating a supportive environment, you are building a foundation for sustained success. Controlling your environment also helps manage stress. Clutter and chaos can increase anxiety and overwhelm. A clean, organized space promotes calm and order. This peace of mind supports clearer thinking and better decision-making. You can't control every external factor in life, but you can control the space you occupy. Keep in mind that perfection is not the goal. Your environment doesn't need to be flawless to be supportive. Small improvements made consistently add up over time. Focus on progress rather than perfection. Even simple changes can have significant impact on your ability to concentrate and perform. If you find yourself procrastinating or losing focus, look at your environment first. Often, distractions and disorganization are the root cause. Adjusting your surroundings can reignite your motivation and energy. This practical approach shifts the responsibility from your willpower alone to the conditions you create. In moments of high pressure or deadline, controlling your environment is critical. Removing distractions and setting clear boundaries allows you to enter a state of flow where your best work emerges. This state feels effortless but requires intentional preparation of your space and mindset. Your environment extends beyond your immediate physical space to include digital and social contexts. Manage your email inbox, social networks, and media consumption carefully. Choose content that inspires and educates rather than drains or distracts. Curate your mental environment with the same care as your physical one. Finally, remember that controlling your environment is a powerful tool for self-focus and success. It is not about control for its own sake, but about creating conditions that honor your goals and well-being. By taking responsibility for your surroundings, you create a clear path for focused effort, growth, and achievement. This mastery over your environment complements the inner work of mindset and habits, forming a complete system that supports your journey towards success. Chapter 11. Practice discipline by doing what must be done. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's what separates those who dream from those who turn dreams into reality. Many people believe discipline is something you either have or don't, but in truth, discipline is a skill that anyone can develop by consistently doing what must be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This ability to act despite discomfort, distractions, or resistance is essential for success in any area of life. Practicing discipline means committing to your priorities and following through, especially when motivation fades or challenges arise. The core of discipline is action. It is not about waiting for the perfect mood or ideal circumstances. It is about making a decision to move forward and then doing it. When you cultivate discipline, you train yourself to keep showing up and doing the work, even when it's difficult or boring. This consistency builds momentum and confidence, making progress inevitable. To practice discipline effectively, start by clearly identifying what must be done. This means distinguishing between urgent tasks, important goals, and distractions. Focus your energy on actions that directly contribute to your vision and growth. Writing down your tasks and setting deadlines creates accountability. Breaking large goals into manageable steps makes the process less overwhelming and easier to sustain. Another key aspect of discipline is managing your emotions and impulses. Often the biggest obstacle to doing what must be done is an internal battle between desire and discomfort. You might want to relax, procrastinate, or avoid difficult tasks. Discipline helps you choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure. It is the muscle that resists temptation and pushes you toward what you promised yourself. Building discipline also means establishing routines and habits that support your goals. When certain actions become automatic, they require less mental effort and reduce the chances of skipping them. For example, if exercising daily is part of your plan, doing it at the same time and place creates a habit that feels natural. Habits free your willpower for other decisions and make discipline more sustainable. Self-discipline requires patience and compassion. You will face days when motivation is low or energy is drained. On these days, discipline does not mean pushing yourself to exhaustion, but rather taking the smallest step forward possible. Showing up in any capacity is still progress. Consistent action, even if imperfect, builds strength over time. Forgive yourself for setbacks and recommit to your path. One way to strengthen discipline is to eliminate excuses and barriers. Identify common reasons you avoid tasks and address them head-on. If distractions cause delay, create boundaries or remove temptation. If fear or doubt paralyze you, remind yourself why the task matters and focus on the benefits of completion. Preparation reduces resistance and makes discipline easier. Discipline also involves prioritizing your commitments realistically. Overcommitting leads to burnout and failure. Being selective about what you say yes to protects your focus and energy. When you commit, honor it fully. This integrity builds self-respect and trust, which reinforce discipline further. Accountability partners or mentors can support your discipline practice. Sharing your goals with someone who checks in and encourages you adds external motivation. Knowing someone is watching your progress makes it harder to skip important tasks. Choose accountability partners who are supportive and hold you to high standards without judgment. Celebrate the rewards of discipline regularly. Completing tasks and moving toward your vision creates satisfaction and pride. Recognize these feelings as evidence that discipline works. Let these positive experiences motivate you to keep going. Over time, discipline becomes less about struggle and more about the joy of growth and accomplishment. Remember that discipline is closely linked to your mindset. A fixed mindset believes abilities are innate and unchangeable, leading to avoidance of challenges. A growth mindset sees discipline as a path to learning and improvement. Embrace challenges as opportunities to build resilience and skill. This perspective shift makes discipline feel purposeful and empowering. Set clear boundaries around your time and energy to protect your discipline. When you know that certain periods are dedicated to focused work or self-improvement, you create an environment where discipline can flourish. Communicate these boundaries to others and defend them firmly. Protecting your time is an act of respect toward your goals. Discipline requires focus on the present moment. Worrying about future obstacles or regretting past failures wastes energy and distracts from action. Concentrate on what you can do now, no matter how small. Each deliberate action is a step closer to your goal. This present-focused approach strengthens your ability to follow through consistently. Keep in mind that discipline is not about harsh self-control or punishment. It is a form of self-care that nurtures your potential. When you discipline yourself to do what must be done, you create a life of purpose and achievement rather than chaos and regret. This perspective helps you approach discipline with kindness rather than fear. Sometimes discipline requires saying no. Saying no to distractions, temptations, and even well-meaning people who divert you from your path is necessary. Each no protects your ability to say yes to your priorities. Learning to say no builds confidence and clarifies your direction. As you practice discipline, track your progress to see how far you've come. Reflect on what strategies help you stay consistent and what obstacles slow you down. Adjust your approach as needed. This ongoing evaluation keeps your discipline practice effective and tailored to your needs. Developing discipline also builds your confidence and self-trust. Each time you do what you promised yourself, even when it was hard, you prove your reliability. This internal trust becomes a powerful motivator. You begin to believe in your ability to succeed, which fuels further discipline. Discipline creates freedom, not restriction. By controlling your impulses and committing to action, you gain control over your life. You are no longer a slave to fleeting desires or external pressures. Instead, you steer your own course with clarity and strength. Remember that discipline is a daily choice. Every morning, you decide whether to follow through or give in. Make this choice consciously and with intention. The accumulation of these choices shapes your character and your future. When faced with resistance, remind yourself of your why. The deeper reason behind your goals. Connecting with your purpose renews your commitment and energizes your discipline. Purpose turns discipline from obligation into meaningful effort. In moments of doubt, recall past victories where discipline led to success. Use these memories as proof that you can overcome current challenges. This positive reinforcement strengthens your resolve. Discipline is the foundation of all habits and success. Without it, motivation and inspiration are fleeting. With it, you create a reliable path to your dreams. Practice discipline daily by doing what must be done, no matter how you feel, and watch your life transform in powerful ways. Chapter 12. Simplify your life to make space for growth. Simplifying your life is a powerful step toward creating the space you need for meaningful growth. In a world full of noise, clutter, and endless demands, complexity drains your energy and focus. When your life is overloaded with distractions, obligations, and unnecessary possessions, you lose sight of what truly matters. Simplification is about removing what doesn't serve your purpose, so you can invest fully in what does. By choosing clarity over chaos, you open room for growth to happen naturally, and with less resistance. The first step in simplification is to examine your commitments honestly. Many people say yes to too many things out of habit, obligation, or fear of missing out. This overload leads to stress and exhaustion. Take time to review your schedule, projects, and relationships. Ask yourself which of these truly support your goals and well-being. Let go of the rest without guilt. Simplifying your commitments frees up time and energy to focus on your highest priorities. Physical clutter in your environment also impacts your mental clarity. A crowded, disorganized space makes it harder to concentrate and creates subtle tension. Clearing away unnecessary items and organizing your surroundings promotes calm and focus. You don't need a perfect space, but removing excess reduces mental friction. When you walk into a tidy room, your mind feels more open and ready for growth. Simplifying technology use is equally important. Constant notifications, endless apps, and information overload pull your attention in many directions. Set boundaries around your digital life by limiting social media time, unsubscribing from irrelevant emails, and turning off non-essential notifications. Choose tools that help you rather than distract you. A lean digital environment supports better focus and decision-making. Simplification also involves creating routines that reduce decision fatigue. When you have fewer daily choices about what to wear, eat, or do, you conserve mental energy for more important tasks. Streamlining your habits into simple, effective routines builds consistency and removes stress. Predictable patterns help you maintain momentum without wasting time or energy. Financial simplification plays a role in creating space for growth as well. Managing fewer accounts, reducing unnecessary expenses, and focusing on saving or investing wisely removes financial stress. This stability gives you confidence and freedom to pursue your goals. When money management feels simpler, your mind is clearer and less burdened. Emotional simplification means releasing grudges, resentments, and toxic relationships. Holding on to negative feelings or harmful connections consumes energy and blocks growth. Forgiveness and healthy boundaries clear emotional space. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your development. This emotional clarity creates an inner environment where growth can flourish. Simplifying your goals is another key. Sometimes, having too many aspirations at once scatters your focus. Choose one or two meaningful goals that align with your values and vision. Focus your efforts deeply rather than spreading yourself thin. Depth over breadth leads to greater progress and satisfaction. Learn to say no gracefully and consistently. Saying no is an essential skill for simplification. It protects your time, energy, and priorities. When you say no to distractions or demands that don't serve you, you say yes to your growth. This practice builds respect for your boundaries and strengthens your commitment. Simplifying communication can reduce overwhelm too. Limit meetings, streamline emails, and practice clear, direct conversations. When communication is efficient and intentional, you save time and reduce misunderstandings. This clarity supports better relationships and less stress. Mindfulness is a powerful ally in simplification. Being present in each moment helps you recognize when you are overcomplicating or engaging in unnecessary activity. Mindfulness encourages you to slow down and choose actions with intention. This awareness helps you stay aligned with your simplified path. Simplification is not about deprivation or cutting out joy. It is about intentional living, making choices that support your well-being and growth. Removing excess allows the essential to shine. It brings clarity to your vision and fuels motivation. A simpler life is often a richer life. You can start simplifying immediately by choosing one area to declutter or one commitment to release. Small changes build confidence and momentum. Each simplification creates breathing room and invites new possibilities. Simplifying also reduces stress hormones in your body. When life feels less chaotic, your nervous system calms. This physical calm supports better focus, creativity, and resilience. Growth thrives in a relaxed and balanced state. Simplification helps you reconnect with yourself. When distractions and noise are removed, you hear your inner voice more clearly. This connection deepens your self-awareness and guides you toward authentic growth. You become more aligned with your true values and desires. Over time, simplifying creates a lifestyle that supports continuous improvement. It makes space for learning, reflection, and meaningful action. This space is where transformation happens naturally and sustainably. Simplification requires regular maintenance. Life changes, new demands arise, and clutter can return. Make it a habit to review and adjust your commitments, environment, and routines regularly. This ongoing practice keeps your life aligned with your growth goals. Remember that simplicity is personal. What feels simple and clear to one person may differ for another. Find your own balance by tuning into what feels freeing and supportive to you. Trust your intuition in this process. Simplifying your life strengthens your ability to focus deeply on what matters. It removes obstacles and distractions that drain your energy. This clarity fuels motivation and progress. Simplification is a key step toward unlocking your potential. Choosing to simplify is an act of self-love and respect. It honors your time, energy, and dreams. By making space for growth through simplification, you create a foundation for lasting success and fulfillment. Embrace simplicity as a powerful tool for your journey. Let go of what weighs you down. Make room for your best self to emerge. This intentional approach transforms your life and unlocks new levels of growth every day. Chapter 13. Invest in learning that improves your daily choices. Investing in learning that improves your daily choices is one of the smartest decisions you can make for your personal growth and long-term success. Every choice you make shapes your future, and the better your decisions, the smoother and more fulfilling your journey becomes. Learning is not just about accumulating knowledge for its own sake. It is about gaining practical insights and skills that empower you to make wiser decisions in every moment. When you commit to ongoing learning focused on improving daily choices, you upgrade the quality of your life step by step. Good decisions come from clear understanding, perspective, and self-awareness. These qualities grow through intentional learning. The world is full of information, but not all of it is helpful. Your task is to seek out learning that directly relates to your goals, values, and challenges. This targeted approach saves time and maximizes impact. Choose books, courses, podcasts, or mentors that offer actionable advice and evidence-based principles. The right learning inputs become tools you use daily to navigate complexity and uncertainty. Learning that improves your choices also means developing critical thinking skills. It's not enough to passively absorb information. You must analyze, question, and apply what you learn in real-life situations. This process builds discernment, helping you separate valuable lessons from distractions or outdated beliefs. Over time, you cultivate a mindset that evaluates options carefully and anticipates consequences. This sharp decision-making skill is a major asset in all areas of life. Another important aspect of learning for better choices is self-awareness. Understanding your habits, triggers, strengths, and weaknesses allows you to tailor your decisions to what works best for you. Reflective practices such as journaling, meditation, or coaching can deepen this self-knowledge. When you know yourself well, you avoid repeating mistakes and align your actions more closely with your true priorities. Investing in learning also means being open to change and growth. Sometimes your current habits or beliefs may limit your progress. Learning challenges these limitations and expands your possibilities. Embracing new perspectives requires humility and courage, but it leads to greater freedom and effectiveness. Growth-minded learners welcome feedback and see setbacks as opportunities to improve, rather than failures. Consistency in learning is key. Sporadic bursts of education may inspire temporarily, but rarely lead to sustained improvement. Set aside regular time for learning, whether daily, weekly, or monthly. Making learning a habit keeps your mind sharp and your choices evolve. Even small, consistent doses of new knowledge compound into significant growth over time. Apply what you learn immediately. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Experiment with new strategies, adjust your behaviors, and observe the result. Learning is an active process that involves trial and error. Use each experience as data to refine your approach and deepen your understanding. Learning to improve daily choices also includes emotional intelligence. Understanding how your emotions influence decisions helps you respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Resources on emotional regulation, communication, and empathy equip you to handle relationships and challenges more skillfully. This emotional wisdom enhances your ability to choose responses that align with your long-term goals. Financial education is another vital area for daily choice improvement. Learning how to manage money, budget wisely, and invest strategically provides stability and options. Sound financial decisions reduce stress and empower you to pursue opportunities aligned with your vision. When your finances are in order, you can focus more fully on growth and contribution. Health knowledge is equally important. Understanding nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management equips you to make daily choices that support your energy and resilience. Physical well-being is the foundation of mental clarity and motivation. Investing in health education pays dividends in all areas of life. Surround yourself with a learning community. Engaging with others who share your growth mindset creates a supportive environment for exchange and accountability. Discussions, study groups, or mentorship relationships accelerate your learning and help you stay motivated. Learning in isolation is harder and less effective than learning with others. Technology offers countless opportunities for accessible learning. Online courses, webinars, audiobooks, and apps provide flexible options to fit your schedule. Use these tools wisely to stay updated and inspired. Avoid information overload by focusing on quality over quantity. Track your learning progress and its impact on your decisions. Reflect on changes in your habits, mindset, and outcomes. Celebrate improvements and identify areas needing more focus. This awareness strengthens your commitment and helps you adjust your learning plan. Be patient with yourself as you learn and grow. Developing better decision-making skills is a gradual process. Mistakes and setbacks are inevitable but also valuable teachers. Keep a long-term perspective and trust that consistent investment in learning will yield results. Avoid chasing trends or quick fixes in personal development. Focus on timeless principles and evidence-based methods. Deep understanding of core concepts leads to lasting transformation rather than fleeting motivation. Learning that improves daily choices is a lifelong journey. Each new insight expands your capacity to live intentionally and effectively. This ongoing education becomes a source of confidence and empowerment. When you face difficult decisions, draw on your accumulated knowledge and experience. This preparation reduces anxiety and increases clarity. Well-informed choices lead to better outcomes and greater peace of mind. Investing in learning also means valuing rest and reflection. Your brain needs time to process and integrate new information. Balance active study with periods of rest to optimize retention and creativity. Encourage curiosity in all aspects of your life. Ask questions, explore new ideas, and seek different perspectives. Curiosity fuels continuous learning and keeps your mind agile. Remember that improving your daily choices through learning benefits not only yourself but also those around you. Better decisions create positive ripple effects in your relationships, work, and community. Ultimately, investing in learning is an act of self-respect and empowerment. It signals that you are committed to your growth and willing to do the work necessary for success. This commitment becomes a defining characteristic of your journey. In today, by choosing one area to deepen your knowledge, find a trusted resource and dedicate focused time to learning. Apply what you discover and observe the positive changes that follow. By consistently investing in learning that improves your daily choices, you build a foundation of wisdom and skill that supports every aspect of your life. This ongoing process shapes you into a confident decision-maker who navigates challenges with clarity and purpose. Chapter 14. Train your mind to stay present and alert. Training your mind to stay present and alert is one of the most valuable skills you can develop on your journey to success. In a world full of distractions and constant demands, staying fully engaged in the moment is a challenge many people face. Yet, presence and alertness are the foundations of effective action, clear thinking, and meaningful connection. When your mind wanders or dulls, you lose touch with what's happening right now, and your performance suffers. Cultivating the ability to be present enhances your focus, creativity, and emotional balance, allowing you to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. The first step in training your mind to be present is recognizing how often it drifts away from the current moment. Most people spend a large portion of their day lost in thoughts about the past or future. This mental wandering, though natural, can lead to stress, anxiety, or distraction. Becoming aware of this tendency without judgment is crucial. Mindfulness is the practice of noticing your thoughts and sensations as they arise without trying to change or suppress them. This awareness creates a gap between stimulus and reaction, giving you the power to choose your response. Developing present moment awareness takes consistent practice. Simple exercises like focusing on your breath for a few minutes each day help anchor your attention. When your mind drifts, gently bring it back to the breath. Over time, this trains your brain to return to the now more easily in everyday life. Breath is always available as a tool to ground your awareness regardless of circumstances. Another effective method is to engage fully in routine activities. Instead of doing things on autopilot, immerse yourself completely in each task. Notice the sensations, sounds, movements, and details involved. Whether washing dishes, walking, or eating, these moments offer rich opportunities to cultivate presence. This practice reduces distraction and enhances appreciation for simple experiences. Training alertness means sharpening your senses and mental clarity. You can improve alertness by managing your energy through sleep, nutrition, and physical activity. Fatigue and poor health dull your mind and reduce your ability to stay focused. Prioritize habits that support vitality and alertness. Regular movement and breaks refresh your brain and prevent mental fatigue during prolonged work or study. Limiting multitasking also boosts your ability to stay present and alert. When you try to do many things at once, your attention fragments and performance drops. Focus on one task at a time with full engagement. This not only improves quality but trains your mind to sustain attention for longer periods. Use technology mindfully to protect your presence. Constant notifications and rapid information streams fragment your focus and pull you out of the moment. Set boundaries for device use, turn off unnecessary alerts, and create tech-free zones or times. Digital discipline supports mental clarity and deeper presence. Cultivating curiosity about your present experience increases alertness. Ask yourself questions like, what do I notice right now? Or how does this feel? This active observation keeps your mind engaged and attentive. Curiosity transforms routine moments into opportunities for insight and discovery. Training your mind also involves managing distractions skillfully. When intrusive thoughts or external interruptions occur, acknowledge them without resistance, then return your focus to the present. Avoiding judgment prevents frustration and maintains calm. This skill of gentle refocusing strengthens over time and enhances mental resilience. Incorporate mindfulness practices such as meditation or body scans into your daily routine. These exercises build capacity for sustained presence and emotional regulation. Even brief sessions accumulate benefits and improve your ability to stay alert under pressure. Awareness of your mental state helps you recognize signs of distraction or fatigue early. When you notice wandering attention, take proactive steps like stretching, breathing exercises, or short walks. These micro-interventions refresh your focus and prevent prolonged lapses. Engage your senses deliberately to anchor attention. Notice colors, textures, sounds, smells, and tastes in your environment. Sensory awareness connects you to the present moment and stimulates alertness. This practice is especially helpful during stressful or overwhelming times. Set intentions each day to cultivate presence. Begin with a simple statement like, "Today I will stay fully engaged in my tasks." Intentions prime your subconscious to support your goal and increase commitment. Reinforce this intention throughout the day by briefly reminding yourself when distractions arise. Recognize that staying present does not mean suppressing thoughts or emotions. It means observing them without attachment and choosing where to direct your attention. This distinction reduces mental struggle and increases ease in maintaining presence. Practice active listening in your interactions with others. Focus completely on the speaker without planning your response or letting your mind wander. This not only trains presence, but improves relationships through deeper connection and understanding. Developing present moment awareness also enhances emotional intelligence. When you are alert to your feelings as they arise, you can respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This emotional clarity supports better decision-making and stress management. Train your mind to notice automatic patterns and habits that pull you away from presence. Awareness of these tendencies gives you the power to interrupt them and choose new, more mindful responses. This process of rewiring your mental habits is gradual but transformative. Use reminders or cues in your environment to bring your attention back to the present. These could be sticky notes, alarms, or objects that prompt mindfulness. External prompts support your intention until presence becomes more natural. Avoid harsh self-judgment when your mind wanders. Presence is a skill developed over time, and distraction is normal. Treat yourself with kindness and patience, celebrating progress rather than perfection. This positive mindset fuels sustained effort. Visualize presence as a muscle that grows stronger with use. Each moment you practice bringing your attention back, you build mental strength and flexibility. This growth supports all areas of your life by improving focus, creativity, and calmness. Remember that training your mind to stay present and alert is an ongoing process. Life constantly changes, and your ability to maintain presence will ebb and flow. Consistent practice ensures that you regain presence quickly whenever it slips away. By developing presence and alertness, you enhance your ability to respond to challenges with clarity and composure. This mental agility is essential for navigating complex situations and making effective decisions. Presence deepens your connection to yourself and the world around you. It enriches your experiences and heightens your appreciation for life's moments. This quality brings meaning and fulfillment to your daily actions. Commit to daily practices that strengthen presence. Even a few minutes of mindful breathing, sensory awareness, or focused attention make a significant difference over time. The cumulative effect shapes your mindset and habits toward lasting transformation. As your mind becomes more present and alert, you will notice improved productivity, emotional balance, and resilience. These benefits create a positive feedback loop that motivates further growth. Start now by choosing one simple practice to anchor your awareness today. Observe your breath, engage fully in a task, or listen deeply in a conversation. Use this moment as a foundation to build stronger presence each day. Training your mind to stay present and alert unlocks your potential to live intentionally and perform at your best. This skill supports every other principle of self-focus and success by grounding you firmly in the here and now. Chapter 15. Choose consistency even when motivation feels low. Choosing consistency even when motivation feels low is the defining action that separates those who achieve lasting success from those who falter. Motivation is unpredictable. It ebbs and flows like the weather, often arriving in bursts only to disappear when you need it most. Relying solely on motivation to get things done is a fragile strategy. True growth, progress and mastery come from doing what you set out to do regardless of how you feel. Consistency builds momentum, reinforces habits, and creates results that motivation alone cannot sustain. The truth is, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. You cannot depend on fleeting emotions to carry you through every challenge. Choosing consistency means committing to your goals even when enthusiasm wanes, energy dips, or distractions tempt you to quit. It means showing up day after day and putting in the work whether you feel like it or not. This discipline forms the foundation of resilience and achievement. When motivation is low, your mind may present excuses or doubts about continuing. Recognize these thoughts as normal, but not authoritative. Your inner critic often exaggerates obstacles and minimizes your capacity. Choosing consistency involves overriding this internal resistance with action. Take the smallest possible step toward your goal to build momentum. Even a tiny effort creates movement and shifts your mindset from inertia to engagement. Consistency turns actions into habits. When you repeat a behavior regularly, it becomes automatic and requires less willpower. Habits free you from relying on motivation because they operate beneath conscious effort. Focus on building habits that align with your vision so that on low motivation days you can fall back on your established routines. This creates a safety net of consistency that supports ongoing growth. Set clear, manageable goals that allow daily progress without overwhelming you. Unrealistic expectations can sap motivation and lead to burnout. Break large tasks into smaller chunks and celebrate each completed step. These wins fuel confidence and encourage you to keep going. Progress, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment to consistency. Use accountability to maintain consistency. Share your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or group who can encourage and check in on your progress. External accountability adds a layer of commitment beyond your internal feelings. Knowing someone else is aware of your efforts motivates you to persist even when your own drive falters. Create systems and rituals that support consistency. Structure your environment and schedule to reduce friction and decision fatigue. For example, designate specific times for important tasks or prepare materials in advance to make starting easier. The less effort required to begin, the more likely you are to maintain consistent action. Remember that setbacks are part of the process, not reasons to quit. When you miss a day or face obstacles, respond with kindness rather than harsh judgment. Recommit immediately without letting guilt or shame derail your momentum. Consistency is about the long game, not perfection. Every return to your path strengthens your resilience and self-trust. Visualize the long-term impact of consistent effort. Imagine how small daily actions compound over weeks, months, and years. This perspective helps you value consistency as a powerful force for transformation. Focus on the cumulative results rather than immediate gratification. This mindset shifts your motivation from seeking quick wins to building lasting success. Cultivate a purpose-driven approach to consistency. When your why is clear and meaningful, it provides a steady source of energy even when motivation dips. Reflect regularly on the reasons behind your goals and how they connect to your values and vision. This emotional connection fuels perseverance and commitment. Practice self-compassion on low motivation days.
Acknowledge your feelings without resistance and remind yourself that persistence is a choice you make out of respect for your goals. This gentle approach prevents burnout and keeps your relationship with consistency positive and sustainable.
Leverage positive reinforcement to strengthen consistency. Reward yourself in simple ways for completing tasks or maintaining routines. Positive experiences create an association between effort and satisfaction, making it easier to continue. Choose rewards that align with your values and enhance your well-being. Focus on progress, not perfection. Consistency is about steady improvement, not flawless execution. Celebrate incremental gains and learn from challenges. This growth mindset keeps you engaged and motivated to persist. Develop mental toughness by embracing discomfort as part of the journey. Motivation often fades because tasks become challenging or monotonous. Training yourself to act despite discomfort builds resilience and confidence. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes manageable, making consistency easier. Use reminders and cues to anchor your commitment to consistency. Visual prompts, alarms, or journaling can reinforce your intention and keep your goals top of mind. These tools help you stay connected to your purpose and maintain focus. Stay flexible and adaptable in your approach. Life changes, and sometimes your routines need adjustment. Consistency does not mean rigidity. Be willing to modify your plans while maintaining the core commitment to regular effort. This adaptability supports sustainability. Surround yourself with a supportive environment that encourages consistency. Spend time with people who value growth and persistence. Their energy and example inspire you to keep moving forward. Recognize that consistency builds self-trust. Each time you follow through on your intentions, you reinforce your belief in your own reliability. This internal trust becomes a powerful motivator and foundation for further growth. Manage your energy wisely to support consistency. Pay attention to your physical and mental state and schedule demanding tasks when you are most alert. Rest and recovery are essential components of sustainable effort. Reflect regularly on your consistency journey. Track your actions, celebrate milestones, and identify areas for improvement. Reflection deepens your understanding and commitment. Choose to see consistency as a form of self-respect and empowerment. By committing to your goals even when motivation is low, you demonstrate courage and determination. This choice strengthens your character and shapes your future. Begin now by identifying one area where you can prioritize consistency over motivation. Commit to taking daily steps, however small, toward your goal. Watch as this steady effort creates momentum that carries you beyond fluctuating feelings. Choosing consistency even when motivation feels low is a powerful habit that transforms your life. It creates stability, builds momentum, and leads to meaningful progress. This choice is the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving success that lasts. Chapter 16. Respect your energy by avoiding unnecessary stress. Respecting your energy by avoiding unnecessary stress is a fundamental practice for sustaining success and well-being. Energy is your most valuable resource, and how you manage it directly affects your ability to perform, think clearly, and maintain emotional balance. Stress, especially when unneeded or excessive, drains your energy quickly and can lead to burnout, poor decisions, and diminished resilience. Honoring your energy means learning to recognize what triggers stress, setting boundaries, and choosing responses that preserve your vitality rather than depleting it. The first step in respecting your energy is to become aware of your stresses. Many times stress accumulates silently through small repeated challenges that you overlook. These might include overcommitment, toxic relationships, cluttered environments, or unresolved conflicts. Identifying these stresses allows you to take targeted actions to reduce or eliminate them. This awareness also helps you avoid taking on additional burdens that do not serve your growth or happiness. Learning to say no is essential in avoiding unnecessary stress. You cannot pour from an empty cup, so protecting your energy involves declining requests, activities, or engagements that overwhelm or distract you. Saying no is not selfish, it is an act of self-respect that ensures you have the capacity to focus on what truly matters. Setting clear limits around your time and attention creates space for rest, reflection, and purposeful action. Stress often arises from poor time management and unrealistic expectations. Overloading your schedule with too many tasks or rushing through commitments creates constant pressure. Respect your energy by prioritizing tasks, breaking them into manageable steps, and allowing yourself sufficient time to complete them without haste. Planning your day realistically reduces anxiety and helps maintain steady productivity. Your environment significantly influences your stress levels. Cluttered or chaotic surroundings increase mental noise and tension. Creating an organized and calming space supports energy preservation by minimizing distractions and promoting focus. Incorporate elements that soothe you, such as natural light, plants, or calming colors. This intentional environment enhances your ability to stay centered and efficient. Stress also builds when you neglect self-care. Physical activity, nutritious food, and adequate sleep replenish your energy reserves and improve your capacity to handle challenges. Ignoring these needs weakens your body and mind, making you more vulnerable to stress. Commit to habits that nurture your well-being as a vital part of respecting your energy. Mindfulness and breathing techniques are powerful tools for managing stress as it arises. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and take slow, deep breaths to calm your nervous system. Mindfulness helps you observe stress without becoming consumed by it, creating space for thoughtful responses. These practices build resilience and reduce the harmful effects of stress over time. Negative thought patterns amplify stress unnecessarily. Practice cognitive awareness by noticing when your mind catastrophizes, ruminates, or dwells on what you cannot control. Challenge these thoughts by focusing on facts and possible solutions. Replacing negative narratives with balanced perspectives preserves your emotional energy. Social support plays a crucial role in stress reduction. Engage with people who uplift and encourage you. Avoid toxic relationships that drain your energy and contribute to emotional turmoil. Healthy connections provide comfort, perspective, and motivation, all of which help you navigate stress more effectively. Learning to delegate tasks when possible respects your energy by sharing responsibilities. You don't have to do everything yourself. Delegation frees your time and mental space to focus on high-impact activities and self-care. Trusting others also builds collaboration and mutual support. Technology can both help and harm your energy levels. Constant notifications, news overload, and social media can increase stress and distract you. Set limits on your screen time and choose digital content mindfully. Use technology to enhance productivity and connection rather than create chaos. Cultivating gratitude shifts your focus away from stress-inducing worries to positive aspects of your life. This mental shift boosts your mood and energy by reducing stress hormones and increasing feelings of well-being. Make it a daily habit to acknowledge things you appreciate, no matter how small. Physical relaxation techniques such as stretching, massage, or progressive muscle relaxation ease tension stored in your body. Stress often manifests physically, and attending to your body's needs supports your overall energy. Incorporate these practices into your routine for regular relief. Avoiding unnecessary stress means setting realistic goals and timelines. Perfectionism and unrealistic standards create internal pressure that drains energy.
Embrace progress over perfection and celebrate small wins. This mindset nurtures motivation and prevents burnout. Learn to recognize early signs of stress, such as irritability, fatigue, or difficulty concentrating. Addressing these symptoms promptly prevents escalation and conserves your energy. Take breaks, change your environment, or engage in restorative activities when needed. Respecting your energy includes balancing work and leisure. Restorative downtime is essential to recharge your mental and physical reserves. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation without guilt. This balance increases your capacity for sustained effort and creativity. Reflect regularly on your energy patterns to identify when and where you are most productive and vulnerable to stress. Align your most demanding tasks with peak energy times. Scheduling rest and low-demand activities during energy dips enhances efficiency and reduces unnecessary strain. Avoiding unnecessary stress also involves managing your expectations of others. People make mistakes and life is unpredictable. Cultivating patience and flexibility reduces frustration and preserves your emotional energy. Acceptance does not mean passivity, but rather wise use of your mental resources. Practice forgiveness toward yourself and others to release resentment that consumes energy. Holding grudges drains mental and emotional reserves. Letting go fosters peace and frees your energy for positive pursuits. Engage in creative expression or hobbies to channel energy constructively and reduce stress. Activities such as art, music, writing, or nature walks provide mental breaks and refresh your spirit. These moments of flow replenish your energy and inspire growth. Avoid multitasking, which increases cognitive load and stress. Focus on one task at a time to improve quality and reduce overwhelm. Single tasking respects your mental energy and supports deeper engagement. Create rituals that signal transitions between work and rest to help your mind and body recover fully. Clear boundaries between activity and downtime improve energy regulation and reduce chronic stress. Seek professional support if stress becomes overwhelming or persistent. Therapy, coaching, or counseling provide tools and perspectives to manage stress effectively. Investing in your mental health honors your energy and commitment to growth. Recognize that avoiding unnecessary stress is a continuous practice. Life will always present challenges, but your responses determine their impact on your energy. Commit to ongoing self-awareness and adjustment to protect your vitality. By respecting your energy and minimizing unnecessary stress, you build a foundation for sustainable success and well-being. Your capacity to perform, create, and enjoy life expands as you nurture this essential resource. Begin today by identifying one source of unnecessary stress you can reduce or eliminate. Take deliberate action to protect your energy. Small changes accumulate into profound improvements in your quality of life. Respecting your energy is a powerful act of self-care and strategic living. It enables you to face challenges with clarity and resilience. This practice supports every aspect of your journey towards success and fulfillment. Chapter 17. Reconnect with your purpose to stay focused. Reconnecting with your purpose is one of the most powerful ways to maintain focus and motivation over the long term. Purpose acts like a guiding compass, helping you navigate challenges and stay aligned with what truly matters. When your purpose feels clear and vivid, distractions lose their hold and daily tasks gain meaning. Without that connection, it is easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, or stuck in routines that drain your energy. Reconnecting with your purpose is not a one-time event, but a continual process that refreshes your commitment and sharpens your direction. At times, life's busyness or setbacks may blur your sense of purpose. You may find yourself drifting through actions without a strong sense of why you are doing them. This disconnection can lead to frustration and decreased productivity. The good news is that you can restore this connection by intentionally pausing and reflecting on what drives you at the deepest level. Consider what values, passions, and aspirations ignite your spirit.
and give your life meaning. These are the seeds of your purpose. Begin by asking yourself simple yet profound questions. What difference do I want to make? What legacy do I wish to leave? What activities make me feel most alive? Reflecting on these questions without pressure allows insights to surface naturally. Writing your answers down solidifies your awareness and creates a reference point you can return to when focus wanes. Purpose is closely tied to your core values. When your daily actions align with what you truly believe in, motivation flows more easily. Take time to clarify your values by listing the principles that matter most to you, such as honesty, growth, connection, or service. Evaluate whether your current habits and goals reflect these values. If they don't, adjust your priorities to realign with what you hold sacred. This alignment fuels clarity and determination. Visualizing the impact of living your purpose can powerfully reconnect you to it. Imagine the benefits your efforts bring to yourself and others. Picture the emotions, relationships, and outcomes that embody your vision. This vivid mental picture creates emotional resonance that motivates consistent action. Visualization also helps you overcome obstacles by reminding you of the bigger picture beyond temporary difficulties. Reconnecting with your purpose requires regular rituals that bring it into daily awareness. These could include journaling, meditation, or reading inspirational material related to your goals. Starting your day by revisiting your purpose statement centers your mind and sets a purposeful tone. Ending your day by reflecting on how you lived your purpose reinforces positive habits and learning. Purpose also provides a framework for decision-making. When faced with choices, ask yourself which option best serves your purpose. This filter simplifies complex situations and reduces distraction. It empowers you to say no to opportunities or requests that divert your energy from what truly matters. Protecting your focus through purposeful choices increases your effectiveness and satisfaction. Sometimes reconnecting with purpose means letting go of outdated goals or commitments that no longer resonate. Holding on to these drains your energy and divides your attention. Be honest about what no longer aligns with your evolving vision and release it without guilt. This clearing creates space for growth and new opportunities that support your current purpose. Purpose-driven focus thrives in environments that support your vision. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and encourage you to live purposefully. Their energy and example strengthen your resolve and expand your perspective. Seek mentors or communities aligned with your purpose to deepen your connection and accountability. When distractions or setbacks arise, remind yourself why you started. Recall the emotions and dreams that ignited your journey. This conscious remembrance recharges your motivation and calms doubts. It transforms obstacles from threats into stepping stones toward your vision. Reconnecting with purpose includes nurturing your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. A healthy body and balanced mind sustain the energy needed to pursue your goals consistently. Prioritize rest, nutrition, exercise, and emotional care as acts of respect toward yourself and your purpose. Purpose is not static. It evolves as you grow and experience life. Stay open to refining and expanding your vision. Periodic reassessment ensures your purpose remains relevant and inspiring. Growth often leads to deeper or broader purposes that keep your focus fresh and energized. Celebrate progress toward your purpose, no matter how small. Recognizing achievements fuels momentum and joy. Acknowledge the effort and growth you have demonstrated along the way. This positive reinforcement strengthens your commitment and self-belief. Reconnecting with purpose can also mean embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Difficult moments test your dedication but also clarify your intentions. When you face adversity, ask what this experience teaches you about your purpose and how it shapes your character. This perspective deepens your connection and resilience. Practice gratitude for the chance to pursue your purpose. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, increasing satisfaction and motivation. Appreciating the journey itself enhances your ability to stay focused and enjoy the process. Use affirmations that reflect your purpose to reinforce your mindset. Repeating statements such as "I am committed to my vision" or "My actions align with my deepest values" programs your subconscious to support your focus. Consistent repetition makes these beliefs stronger and more automatic. Reconnecting with purpose benefits from moments of stillness and silence. In a busy world, quiet reflection allows you to listen deeply to your inner voice and intuition. These moments of presence bring clarity and renewal, helping you recalibrate your focus and energy. Remember that your purpose connects you to something greater than yourself. It often involves contributing to others or the world in meaningful ways. This larger perspective provides strength during difficult times and inspiration for sustained effort. Recommitment to your purpose is a daily choice. Every morning offers a new opportunity to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your vision. This ongoing dedication creates a powerful habit of focused living. When your purpose feels distant, reach out for support. Share your vision and challenges with trusted friends, coaches, or mentors who can remind you of your strengths and help you regain clarity. Connection amplifies your motivation and accountability. Set milestones and celebrate each achievement as markers along your purposeful path. These checkpoints give you tangible evidence of progress and encourage perseverance. They also provide moments to pause and reflect on your journey. Reconnecting with your purpose revitalizes your enthusiasm and sharpens your focus. It transforms your actions from routine to meaningful steps toward a life of intention and fulfillment. Purpose fuels every effort with passion and determination. Start today by revisiting your reasons for pursuing your goal. Write them down, speak them aloud, or meditate on them until they feel alive within you. Use this renewed connection to guide your next actions with confidence and clarity. Living purposefully empowers you to overcome distractions, setbacks, and doubt. It anchors your focus in what truly matters and energizes your journey. This connection is the heart of sustained success and personal growth. Chapter 18. Strengthen your mindset with powerful daily routines. Building a strong mindset is essential for navigating life's challenges and staying on the path to success. One of the most effective ways to strengthen your mindset is through establishing powerful daily routines. These routines act as a foundation that supports mental clarity, emotional resilience, and sustained motivation. When you consistently engage in practices that nurture your mind, you develop habits that promote focus, confidence, and positive thinking, allowing you to handle obstacles with greater ease. A powerful daily routine begins with intentionality. It requires you to choose habits that serve your growth and align with your goals. Rather than reacting to circumstances or drifting through the day, you create a structured plan that prioritizes your mental well-being and performance. This proactive approach empowers you to take control of your mindset instead of being controlled by external events or internal doubts. Morning routines are particularly impactful because they set the tone for the entire day. Starting your day with purposeful actions primes your brain for productivity and positivity. For example, dedicating a few minutes to mindfulness or meditation helps calm your mind and increase awareness. This practice reduces stress and sharpens your focus, preparing you to tackle tasks with clarity. Incorporating physical movement into your daily routine also boosts mental strength. Exercise releases endorphins that elevate mood and reduce anxiety. It increases energy levels and improves cognitive function, all of which contribute to a resilient mindset. Whether it's a brisk walk, stretching, or a full workout, moving your body daily reinforces the mind-body connection and supports emotional balance. Journaling is another valuable routine that strengthens mindset by encouraging self-reflection and emotional processing. Writing about your thoughts, goals, and challenges helps you gain insight into your patterns and beliefs. It also provides an outlet for stress and allows you to celebrate progress. Regular journaling fosters self-awareness, a critical component of mental strength. Setting daily intentions is a simple yet powerful habit. Before starting your tasks, clearly state what you want to focus on or achieve. Intentions direct your attention and energy toward your priorities, reducing distractions and increasing motivation. Repeating your intentions throughout the day reinforces your commitment and keeps your mindset aligned with your purpose. Positive affirmations form part of a strong mindset routine by reshaping your internal dialogue. Many people unknowingly harbor negative beliefs that limit their potential. Replacing these with empowering statements rewires your brain to support confidence and optimism. For example, telling yourself "I am capable and resilient" strengthens your belief in your abilities and encourages persistent effort. Consistent reading or listening to motivational and educational content is another routine that fuels mindset growth. Feeding your mind with positive, inspiring ideas expands your perspective and provides new tools for success. It keeps you engaged in continuous learning and reinforces a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can improve with effort. Time management practices also support mental strength. Allocating specific periods for focused work, breaks, and rest creates balance and prevents burnout. When your routine includes moments to recharge, you maintain higher levels of concentration and emotional stability. This discipline enhances your ability to sustain effort over long periods. Building routines around healthy nutrition and hydration is vital for cognitive function and emotional well-being. What you eat and drink directly affects your brain chemistry and energy level. Prioritizing balanced meals and adequate water intake supports mental clarity and mood regulation, contributing to a resilient mindset. Mindful breathing exercises integrated into your daily routine help regulate stress responses and increase emotional control. Taking a few deep breaths during moments of tension or before challenging tasks calms your nervous system and improves focus. These brief practices accumulate, creating a calmer and more centered mental state. Sleep hygiene routines profoundly influence mindset strength. Quality rest repairs your brain, consolidates memory, and regulates emotions. Establishing a consistent bedtime, limiting screen time before sleep, and creating a restful environment enhance the restorative power of sleep. Well-rested minds are better equipped to face challenges and maintain positive attitudes. Developing a routine of gratitude enhances mental resilience by shifting focus away from problems to what is going well in your life. Daily reflections on what you appreciate increase happiness and reduce stress. This habit rewires your brain to notice positives, supporting a balanced and optimistic mindset. Incorporating moments of silence or meditation into your routine strengthens mental clarity and emotional regulation. These practices build your capacity to observe thoughts without judgment and respond rather than react. Over time, this cultivates patience and calm, essential qualities for a strong mindset. Accountability mechanisms within your routines promote consistency and growth. Sharing your goals with a trusted partner or mentor keeps you motivated and provides feedback. Knowing that others support your progress encourages persistence and helps you overcome setback. Flexibility in your routines is necessary to accommodate changing circumstances. While consistency is key, allowing yourself to adapt your practices prevents frustration and burnout. A strong mindset embraces change as part of growth and learns to adjust without losing focus. Tracking your routine and progress enhances self-awareness and motivation. Using journals, apps, or simple checklists helps you see patterns and celebrate successes. This feedback loop reinforces your commitment and identifies areas needing adjustment. Routines that encourage social connection build emotional support and inspiration. Engaging regularly with positive influences enriches your mindset and provides encouragement. Community fosters a sense of belonging and shared purpose that strengthens your resolve. Avoiding multitasking within your routines improves focus and mental stamina. Concentrating on one task at a time increases quality and reduces cognitive overload. This habit enhances efficiency and preserves mental energy. Using visualization techniques as part of your routine activates motivation and goal clarity. Imagining yourself succeeding builds confidence and primes your brain for achievement. Visualization links your present actions with future outcomes, reinforcing purpose-driven behavior. Limiting exposure to negative news or toxic conversations within your daily practices protects your mindset from unnecessary stress and pessimism. Curate your information diet carefully to maintain a constructive and hopeful outlook. Taking regular breaks and engaging in leisure activities during your routine prevents mental fatigue and promotes creativity. Balanced rest periods rejuvenate your mind and improve problem-solving ability. Developing a mindset-strengthening routine is a gradual process that requires patience and commitment. Begin with small, manageable habits and build over time. Consistency in these practices compounds, creating profound shifts in your mental strength. Your mindset is the foundation for all your actions and decisions. Investing in daily routines that nurture it equips you to face adversity with courage, maintain focus under pressure, and cultivate lasting success. This disciplined self-care forms the backbone of continuous personal growth and achievement. Start today by selecting one routine that resonates with you. Commit to practicing it daily and observe how it impacts your clarity, energy, and resilience. Over time, layering these habits will transform your mindset into an unstoppable force for progress and fulfillment. Chapter 19. Let go of people who drain your focus. Letting go of people who drain your focus is a critical step toward protecting your energy and advancing your personal growth. The company you keep profoundly influences your mindset, motivation, and ability to stay committed to your goals. Relationships that consume your attention without contributing positively can distract you, create emotional turmoil, and sap your willpower. Recognizing when certain people hinder your focus allows you to reclaim your mental space and invest in connections that uplift and support your journey. Often, draining relationships appear subtle at first. They might involve individuals who consistently complain, criticize, or bring negativity into conversations. These interactions leave you feeling exhausted or uncertain rather than energized or confident. When you notice a pattern of emotional depletion after spending time with someone, it's a clear signal to evaluate the impact of that relationship on your focus and well-being. Letting go does not mean you need to create conflict or sever ties abruptly. It means setting boundaries to protect your attention and peace. You have the right to prioritize your growth and decline interactions that pull you away from your path. This might include limiting the time you spend with certain people, avoiding specific topics that trigger negativity, or gently communicating your need for space. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people strengthens your focus by creating a network of encouragement and accountability. When you are around those who believe in your potential and celebrate your progress, your motivation increases. These relationships offer constructive feedback, inspire new ideas, and provide comfort during challenges. They are invaluable allies in your pursuit of success. It is essential to accept that not everyone will align with your vision or values, and that is okay. People evolve at different paces and have different priorities. Respecting this diversity means you do not have to carry the weight of someone else's limitations or negativity. Your responsibility is to your own growth, and sometimes that requires making difficult but necessary decisions about who you allow in your inner circle. Letting go also includes releasing the emotional attachments that keep you tied to draining relationships. Feelings of guilt, obligation, or fear often prevent people from distancing themselves. Understand that choosing yourself and your focus is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. When you free yourself from toxic dynamics, you create space for healthier connections and deeper peace. Pay attention to how people treat your time and energy. Those who constantly demand attention, expect favors without reciprocity, or dismiss your boundaries drain your resources. Learning to say no and protect your availability is a vital skill. Each refusal strengthens your ability to maintain focus on what truly matters. Sometimes, letting go means forgiving past hurts or misunderstandings. Holding on to resentment ties up emotional energy that could be redirected toward growth. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself to release the burden and move forward with clarity. Evaluate your social media and digital relationships as well. Online interactions can also drain focus through endless notifications, debates, or negative content. Curate your digital connections by unfollowing or muting sources that distract or discourage you. Create a virtual environment that nurtures your aspirations. Building new relationships with like-minded individuals expands your support system. Seek communities, groups, or mentors that share your goals and values. These connections provide inspiration and practical guidance, fueling your focus and commitment. Letting go is a process, not a one-time event. It requires ongoing awareness and courage to reassess your relationships periodically. Life changes, and so do people. Staying vigilant ensures your circle remains aligned with your growth and well-being. Trust your intuition when evaluating relationships. Often your inner voice senses imbalance or toxicity before your rational mind fully acknowledges it. Honoring this intuition helps you make timely decisions that preserve your mental and emotional energy. Communicate your needs clearly and respectfully when distancing yourself. Honest conversations minimize misunderstandings and preserve dignity for both parties. Express your intention to focus on personal growth and ask for understanding and space. Focus on the qualities you want in your relationships, such as trust, respect, encouragement, and shared values. Use these as criteria when deciding who to keep close. Surrounding yourself with positive influences creates an environment that naturally enhances focus and productivity. Recognize that letting go of draining people opens opportunities for new connections and experiences. It allows you to dedicate more time to your passions, goals, and self-care. This freedom nurtures creativity and joy. Avoid self-judgment during this process. Changing your social circle can feel uncomfortable or lonely initially. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you adjust. Remind yourself of the long-term benefits for your focus and happiness. Engage in activities that build your confidence and social skills. Strengthening these areas makes it easier to form and maintain supportive relationships. A strong sense of self attracts positive people and deters negativity. Remember that your attention is finite. Spending it wisely is crucial for success and well-being. Each choice to distance from a draining person is an investment in your mental clarity and energy. Practice gratitude for the relationships that nourish you. Acknowledging these connections reinforces their importance and encourages you to nurture them further. Positive relationships are a source of strength and joy on your journey. Letting go includes forgiving yourself for past decisions to hold on too long. Growth involves learning from experiences and making better choices moving forward. Celebrate your courage to prioritize your focus today. Develop routines that support healthy boundaries and relationship management.
Scheduling time for reflection and social check-ins helps you maintain clarity about who supports or hinders your goals. Seek professional guidance if relationship challenges feel overwhelming. Coaches or therapists provide tools and perspectives to navigate letting go with grace and confidence. Your social environment deeply affects your ability to focus and grow. Taking deliberate steps to let go of people who drain your focus protects your energy and empowers your journey. Start by identifying one relationship that consistently disrupts your peace or drains your energy. Take a small action to set a boundary or create distance. Notice how this choice impacts your mental clarity and motivation. Letting go is an act of self-care and strategic living. It clears the path for you to live intentionally, concentrate deeply, and achieve your highest potential. Your focus is precious. Protect it by surrounding yourself with people who elevate and inspire you. Chapter 20 celebrates small wins to build unstoppable momentum. Celebrating small wins is a powerful strategy to create unstoppable momentum toward your goals. Often, people focus only on big achievements, which can feel distant and overwhelming. Recognizing and appreciating even the smallest progress shifts your mindset, boosts motivation, and reinforces positive habits. This practice helps you stay energized and committed by reminding you that growth happens step by step. Each small victory builds confidence and a sense of accomplishment that fuels further action. When you celebrate small wins, you acknowledge your effort and progress rather than waiting for perfection or major results. This recognition combats discouragement and impatience that can derail your journey. It also rewires your brain to associate hard work with reward, making the process more enjoyable and sustainable. By breaking down your goals into manageable milestones, you create a series of achievable steps that keep your momentum alive. Start by defining what counts as a small win for you. It might be completing a task, learning a new skill, or overcoming a challenge. Clarify these moments in advance so you can notice them easily as they happen. When you reach a milestone, pause and consciously celebrate it. This might involve writing it down, sharing with a friend, or treating yourself in a simple way. The key is to make the celebration meaningful enough to reinforce the positive feeling. Celebrating small wins also builds your self-trust. Each success, no matter how minor, proves to yourself that you are capable of progress. This evidence strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve bigger goals. Over time, this growing confidence becomes a self-sustaining force that propels you forward, even when obstacles arise. It is important to celebrate in ways that align with your values and preferences. Some people find joy in quiet reflection or journaling, while others prefer sharing their achievements with supportive people. Choose celebrations that feel authentic and motivate you personally. This connection makes the practice more powerful and enjoyable. Acknowledging small wins helps you maintain a positive outlook. Progress often feels slow or uneven, which can cause frustration or doubt. By focusing on what you have accomplished rather than what remains to be done, you cultivate gratitude and optimism. This mindset shift reduces stress and increases resilience, making it easier to stay on track. Small wins also create a sense of forward motion that energizes your daily efforts. When you notice progress, you are more likely to keep taking consistent action. This builds a cycle of momentum where each success encourages the next step. Momentum is crucial because it reduces the resistance you feel when starting or continuing tasks. Tracking your small wins visually, such as through a journal, checklist, or progress chart, enhances their impact. Seeing your achievements accumulate over time provides tangible proof of growth. This visual feedback boosts motivation and reminds you that your hard work is paying off. Celebration is not just about rewarding results, it also honors the learning and effort involved. Sometimes you win by gaining insight, improving skills, or building discipline.
Recognize these aspects as important victories that contribute to your overall success. This broad perspective encourages a growth mindset that values the journey as much as the destination. Incorporating celebration into your routine encourages mindfulness. Taking moments to reflect on your progress brings awareness to your experiences and emotions. This practice deepens your connection to your goals and increases satisfaction. It transforms goal pursuit from a task-focused grind into a meaningful and fulfilling process. When you celebrate small wins, you reduce the risk of burnout. Constantly pushing, without acknowledgement, leads to exhaustion and decreased motivation. Pausing to appreciate progress replenishes your energy and renews your enthusiasm. This balance between effort and reward sustains long-term success. Sharing your small wins with others builds social support and accountability. When you communicate your achievements, you invite encouragement and positive reinforcement. This connection strengthens your commitment and inspires those around you. Celebrating together creates a culture of growth and motivation. Avoid comparing your small wins to others' successes. Each person's journey is unique, and your progress is valuable regardless of external standards. Focus on your personal growth and celebrate accordingly. This self-focus fosters confidence and reduces distractions. Celebrate failures as well, recognizing them as opportunities to learn and grow. Viewing setbacks as part of the process helps you maintain momentum despite difficulty. This attitude shifts your perspective from fear of failure to curiosity and resilience. Make celebration a creative and joyful part of your life. Experiment with different ways to acknowledge your wins, such as music, movement, or special treat. Engaging your senses and emotions in celebration enriches the experience and reinforces positive feelings. Consistent celebration strengthens your motivation by linking pleasure with achievement. This connection creates neural pathways that encourage continued effort. Over time, your brain associates progress with reward, making persistence more natural and enjoyable. Remember that momentum builds gradually. Small wins accumulate and compound into significant results. Patience and persistence are essential. Trust the process and celebrate every step forward as a victory. Reflect regularly on how celebrating small wins impacts your motivation and mindset. Adjust your practices to maximize their effectiveness and enjoyment. This intentional approach ensures your celebration habits continue to support your growth. Celebrating small wins empowers you to take control of your journey. It shifts your focus from distant outcomes to immediate progress. This shift reduces overwhelm and increases engagement with your goals. Start now by identifying one recent small win. Take a moment to honor it fully. Notice how this simple act influences your mood and motivation. Use this feeling as fuel for your next actions. Building unstoppable momentum requires consistent effort and positive reinforcement. Celebrating small wins creates that reinforcement and sustains your energy. This practice transforms your path into a series of meaningful achievements that inspire continued growth. Embrace celebration as an essential part of your success strategy. It honors your dedication and builds a foundation for lasting fulfillment. Through this practice, you become unstoppable in your pursuit of personal and professional excellence.